I don't know. I won't know for a couple of minutes. I won't know for a couple of minutes. More realistically, a couple of seconds. But I think we're live. What say you, Chompy, and your newborn son, Chompy Jr., aka Spud? Do you think we're live? Let's find out. Together. I think we are live. Seconds, but I think we're live. That's me! I'm being live right now! What is going on? Guys, gals, non-binary pals, and metalheads of the internet, welcome to a very special, very cool, very fun, very potentially pissy angry Metal Meltdown live stream. More spur of the moment than I'm used to. Within reason. I did kind of do a post advertising this, what was it, a day, 2 days ago? Something like that. Yeah, so, hi, what's up? Today, the goal of today's live stream is to respond to a bunch of different comments from a video I did recently about Andrew Lee and recent semi-controversial claims he has made. For those of you who are not in the know, who are out of the loop, first off, congrats, I'm so happy for you. Second, Andrew Lee, the guitarist from Rip to Shreds and Chicago Grind Time, and he's also the co-owner of a couple different record labels, he did a video called How Heavy Metal Upholds White Supremacy. And in that video, he talked a lot about his experiences as an Asian American in the United States and also in the metal scene. He talked about how heavy metal has kind of created a safe space for white supremacy and white values, and how heavy metal just isn't as inclusive for a lot of non-white people as white people as some think it is. And I think he explained himself in a very good manner. I think he articulated all of his points very well. He did a great job at taking real-world political, social events and kind of explaining how they have kind of had this trickle-down effect on a variety of different things. Everything from, like, Asian stereotypes to his perception and existence in the United States. And a lot of people heard that and went, "He said metal's racist! Wah!" Which is not what he said, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from saying it. He also, there are a lot of people have also said a lot of things that are just blatant white supremacist talking points. And also, as per the norm, with any time I respond to a fucking video, anytime I respond to anything, a lot of just personal insults and all kinds of gobbledygook, because, you know, my video, I came to his defense because I thought people were overreacting, and as a byproduct of that, a lot of fucking weirdos. We're gonna respond to a lot of comments from those weirdos. But first, I want to know how you're doing. What the fuck is going on, guys? It has been a while since we did a live stream, and holy shit, there's a lot of people in the chat right now. Rock Band Hyena, Chompy's a father? Yes, he is. This is Chompy, and this is Chompy Jr., aka Spud. Say hi, Spud. He can't talk. He's a fucking baby. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. But he's a little baby. That's his newborn son. They're a beautiful, beautiful father-son duo. And Chompy is so lucky. Chompy's doing great. Spud is doing great also. Somebody was asking about the music in the background. It's Castle Rat. I'm specifically playing the debut Into the Pit. By the way, is the music too loud? No, it isn't. Okay. Now I know. Killascorpo3558 says, I'm black. I've definitely felt the white supremacy in the spaces before, so I believe, bro. We're already off to the races. We already got people chiming in. I love it. I love it. Simone78 says, cute. Spruce Soul Tree says, Spud. Blake Gunnels, Spud Chompy, hi. Everyone likes Spud. Jack Burns says, Spud is cute. Everyone loves you, Spud. Everyone loves you. Oh my god. Within time, we will train Spud to be a party animal, much like Chompy, the ultimate party animal. R-Curl says, nice, my wife just had our second daughter. Well, congratulations, Bud, to you and the missus. That's beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. Ash to Ash, huge congrats to Chompy. Nobody wants to talk about the real-life child that was born. Let's talk about the plush gator. Ay, ay, ay. Adam Sid says, we all love Spud. W Spud, hell yeah. Midian rises. He locked Thrash and Jackson? No, Thrash and Jackson has his own son to deal with. He's got his own shit going on. Select Gamer, the people hating Andy Lee are just afraid of brutal reality. I think there's an element of truth to that. As I explained in my video, I think it's a combination of cowardice and ignorance that has led to the kinds of responses we've seen. It's weird, man. I want to stress before we go any further, because I know that somebody is going to clip me out of context or twist my words. I am not suggesting that not every single comment we read today is going to be from a white supremacist. However, a lot of these comments are going to be from assholes and weirdos who completely misinterpreted Andrew Lee's entire argument and my entire argument, and also some of those people will be white supremacists. Like, some of them outright fucking say so. Like, they are done being subtle about it. No more dog whistles, just dog barking, I guess. I don't know. What would be the anti-dog whistle, Anna? Like, if you're... Foghorn? Yeah, there's no dog whistles, just foghorns. All the way. I like that. I don't have... I'm also going to see a lot of this. My issue is not with people who disagree with me. I don't have an issue with people leaning more to the right, being more conservative. My issue has always been with bigots and assholes. And unfortunately, a lot of the comments that we read today will be from people who are that. So, if you are... if you don't like this premise, if you don't like where I'm going with this premise, if you don't want to hear all this shit, then... be gone. If you want to continue living in a bubble, be gone. But if you want to fix it straight on, and if you want to hit it straight on, and if you want to make fun of some weirdos, assholes, and yes, even a few white supremacists, you're in the right fucking spot. You're here. We're going to have fun together. We're going to try to keep it semi-light despite what's happening. And, yeah. Ink and Poet, would you have been a part of the No Kings protest if you lived in the States? I think I would, yeah. I mean, sure, why not? Oh. I mean, I've gone to tons of protests here in Canada. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. I think if you believe in something, you should protest, and it is the right of every person, I believe, to do exactly that, and anybody arguing otherwise is not great. Not great at all. Not great at all. It's easier to be ignorant than it is to work on yourself. Always. Absolutely. Austin Donnelly, you a Blue Jays fan? Not really, but I'm also not a sports guy in general. It is kind of cool to see Toronto collecting a W, because we've had it rough when it comes to sports in general. I don't know if you know, but despite our reputation for being the country that loves hockey, Toronto has, like, the worst fucking hockey team in goddamn human history. Alright, I want to stress, too, that this is not a drinking game video. Or a drinking game live stream. That being said, I am going to drink. And I'm going to drink what is essentially a spiked Arnold Palmer. So, like, I got this, like, half and half iced tea lemonade mix and Jamaican white rum. That's what I'm drinking today. Just a little bit, too, because this will put hair on your chest. This will knock you the fuck out. Like, holy...
Why you didn't grab a Raven?
No, I'm leaving that for you, because that's you, silly Billy.
Oh, thank you.
Mind you, I do like it, but that's your drink. It's all good. Maybe we'll switch to that later. We went to, what was it, the Old Flame Brewing Company yesterday?
Yeah.
In the Distillery District? It was fucking nice. We went for a big walk, and it started pissing rain as we arrived in the Distillery District. And thank God we already knew where we were headed, because goddamn. Cheers. Salut. Ugh. I just realized the volume is still up a little bit on this. Let's turn that down. Cool. Greetings from Mexico. Greetings from Toronto. I'll actually be in Mexico in a little while. I'm not gonna elaborate on that because I don't feel like doxing myself or telling you my personal plans or whatever. But I'll be in Mexico. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since the Metal Meltdown had like a real vacation that didn't involve family members or some kind of event or whatever else have you. Pro Striker 92, based on how the series has been, I feel the Jays will win. I say this as a very casual Mariners fan. I mean, they're pretty damn fucking close. Like, it's not really that difficult to believe at this fucking point. Hey, Montreal has a bad team too. Sincerely, a Quebecois. Yeah, it's a Canadian thing in general, I guess. We don't have great teams. Ay, ay, ay. What are you gonna do, though, eh? Although someone else is like, oh, actually, they're awesome. What are you talking about? All right, let's start going through some comments. And once again, I want to reiterate, not every comment we read today is going to be from a white supremacist, but most of them will be from weirdos and assholes, and some of those weirdos and assholes will also be, by their own admission, more or less, white supremacists. So before you clip me out of context, before you twist my words or put them in my mouth, then that's it. What's good with this overlay? Well, I mean, it's because this. I've been trying to, like, boom. Now we're officially in the comment section of the RE Andrew Lee's heavy metal reaction video that I did. And there's a lot of comments in general. We're definitely not going to read all of them today. I do love, in general, that a lot of the comments I've gotten have kind of been like, you know, people genuinely just kind of like really happy that we're having this conversation, and people, I feel a real sense of pride that I've been able to create this kind of safe space that I've kind of wanted for different kinds of people, because I've always had I've always kind of felt that, like, metal, a little too much of a boys club, a little bit too much of like, oh, you have to fit into this specific box in order to be a metalhead. I've never liked that. I've always wanted the Metal Meltdown to be a place for all kinds of people, and I'm happy to see, at least from a lot of the comments, that is exactly what we're really doing. So I love it. I'm having my sober October, so we'll join with a cup of tea. Greetings from Poland. Hey, Maple Leafs are not terrible. I'm sorry, but they absolutely are. They fucking suck so goddamn bad. They suck so goddamn bad. I'm sorry. They do. They just do. This maybe makes me less Canadian. I don't fucking care. I do not give a shit. Alright, so here's a good comment. Hoochie Boochie 90 says that chinless wonder should just learn how to riff. This person is not a white supremacist. They're just kind of an asshole. And that's fine. There's assholes everywhere. What are you gonna do? And then this is now, Bob Hope 6437, however, says it's okay to be white, which, surface level, there's nothing objectively awful about it. I mean, weirdos do say it, but the premise is not necessarily, like, objectively awful. Then the same person, however, says, just stating facts, I'm not dog whistling if everybody knows, Natsock and pride. I think they meant to say proud. This person is outright admitting that they are a nationalist socialist and proud. They are outright telling you they are a Nazi and proud. This is a white supremacist. There is no dog whistles. He admitted it. No dog whistles. I am exactly what you say I am. I am exactly this. I am this, and I'm proud. A lot of y'all love to do the whole, some of y'all love to do the whole, oh, well, Mr. Meltdown, just because they don't like you, just because they disagree with you, doesn't mean they're a Nazi. This guy calls everyone he doesn't like a Nazi. No, I call Nazis Nazis. This guy is outright admitting to being a Nazi. He's saying it. Straight the goddamn fuck up. Straight up. This is where we're at, folks. So the next time, everyone that doesn't like Uncle Melty's content is, oh, well, yeah, you call everybody a Nazi. It's the boy who cried Nazi. Nah. There's one right there. Right there. Loud and proud, baby. This is what we're doing. This is where we're at. I miss the days when these people would just hide and cower and not exist. Jack Stackster, that's a fucking foghorn, not a dog whistle. Yep. David Hatred 666, bet he's 17. Hopefully that's true. Hopefully he's a young, edgy boy, because hopefully that means there's time to correct this behavior. But I don't know for sure. I can't prove it. And irregardless, they are, again, they're just telling us straight up. Straight the fuck up. This is not a drinking game, but I am drinking, so don't worry, y'all. I felt that I didn't want to do drinking game rules because I knew that there were going to be tons of insults and tons of weird fucking comments. So for me, I was like, there's no point in doing drinking game rules. I'm gonna be dead. Like, I don't want to die. I like to drink, but I don't want to die. So here we go. Brutus Bathory in the chat. What up? Hey, dude, what up? That's awesome. What the fuck? Brutus Bathory, how you doing, bud? I have come to really enjoy Brutus's content as of late because I think that he is somebody who articulates a lot of the things that I believe in, but, like, way better and way more unapologetically. Like, if y'all thought I was an unhinged leftist, oh boy. Brutus, you're great, though. Like, you're fucking awesome. I love your content. Fight the good fight. Keep it up, brother. This is another interesting comment here. Sorry to Rush says, saying metal is racist makes you racist for liking it. It's like saying, I like Mein Kampf, but I'm not a Nazi. The pig smasher says what's on my mind right away. That is such an oversimplification. If you think that's what Andrew Lee was saying, you weren't listening. And then, I don't know, Sorry to Rush goes on a bit of a weird fucking little rant here. If you believe metal is racist, that means you're racist. If you think metal upholds white supremacy, then you uphold white supremacy. I think that's a gross oversimplification. Like, and it's also showing that this guy just didn't really actually pay attention to the content of Andrew or Mines' video. He just kind of went with the whole, oh, well, you said it's racist, and he ran with it. That's what he wants to focus on. That's his fucking narrative, and that's what he's sticking to. Paul Kersey USA says, stop hating your own. That is a classic Nazi white supremacist dog whistle right fucking there. Like, I am being critical of racism and bigotry in the United States of America, in pop culture, in music, and metal culture, and therefore I'm hating my own. It's ridiculous. You're doing a great job at proving the argument. Someone else comments, your weakness is showing, Paul. Paul responds, that isn't weakness. It's recognizing peace, safety, and a clean, quiet, crime-free place to live is better. By the way, I'm stronger than you physical as well. It's Paul, not Paul. Work on time every day the best you can. Get a house, take care of your family. Then come tell me about what's weak. That response right there is weak. That is so fucking weak. You immediately attack this person because they aren't physically as big as you. That is pure weakness right there. You are very insecure on how you are as a man, as a white man, and that explains both your ideology and what you're doing here. Like, straight the fuck up. Brutus, you articulate my thoughts in a way I can't a lot of the time. Appreciate your fire and earnestness. Oh man, hell yeah, I love this. This was a great fucking idea. I love hearing that, Brutus. Fucking congrats. You're the best. But yeah, this is Paul straight up. You know, like stop hating your own, and like, oh, me saying this isn't weakness. It's recognizing peace, safety, and a clean, quiet, crime-free place to live in. These are all white supremacist, neo-Nazi talking points all the way fucking through, straight up. It's straight up. Straight the fuck up. Like, if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't see it, then I don't know what to tell you. God, he's got so many more comments, too. Holy shit. Stop wanting handouts. Stop being a victim. Just gay. Just gay. Like, oh my god, a grown man using gay as an insult. Show more replies. No, thank you. We're good. We're good. Holding Flame 222. If you're gonna stand next to us, please understand the destination. Pig Smasher. I like Pig Smasher. I like his vibe. I like his vibe. Am I supposed to be wowed by some shitty AI video? You people can't even make your own graphics. That is, by the way, what that link goes directly to. It's an AI video of someone holding, like, a little fire in their hand. And I don't know what stance this person is taking in general, but I think that just, like, this whole thing of, like, oh, if you're gonna stand next to us, understand the destination, and, like, another, like, some AI fucking video, like, that's weak. That's weakish. It doesn't even matter where this person stands. That is just weak and lame as fuck. John Boy Tones again says, gotta admit it, there are way more weirdos in your comments than I come across casually scrolling. Some of it isn't sarcasm either, man. Freaks exist, but you gotta engage to progress. Yes and no. I think at a certain point, people are not just... It's just not worth engaging with certain people at a certain point. Like, it just isn't. I think at a certain point, you just have people that are unwilling or unable to be approached. They've made up their mind. They know what they want to do. They know who they want to be, and that's that. This is also kind of why I think that debates are just kind of useless in 2025. It does nothing but like allow each opposing argument to score points and shit like that. It doesn't matter whether it's a friendly debate about a civil issue or like even a big political debate, like a presidential debate. Like what was learned by Kamala and Trump doing a big fucking presidential debate? What did you learn about either person or either party that you didn't already know? Like, honest to fucking God. Like, and it like, straight up. It, like, these, at a certain point, having these conversations with certain people just doesn't matter. Ink and Poet, in other words, pick your battles. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, man. Ant621 says, found your channel from the reviewing every Voivod album video. I'm a huge Voivod fan and been watching for a bit. Fucking love your channel, Melty. Fucking love you too, bud. Cheers. I'd love to know what everyone else is drinking in the chat if you are drinking. Jax Daxter, debates are just an exercise in charisma at this point. Agreed. Wolflust97, you can't argue with willful ignorance and stupidity. No, you can't. That's just what it comes down to. Bobby Bobbitson 69. Okay. Bobby Bobbitson is an interesting figure because he only tunes in when he wants to say really fucked up shit. And he is a bit of a troll, a bit of an alt-right troll. It wouldn't shock me at all if he were recording this for a video on his own channel, because that's what he does. He's done this with Metal Meltdown live streams in the past. So I have to take, you know, everything he says is going to be fucked up by default. I don't know, you gotta put up with pro-white bands like we non-lefties have to put up with a ridiculously woke metal scene and every band preaching leftism if they're political at all. Then a few bands make music with the opposite politics and you freak out, I suggest coping. Like, this is just so funny to me. Bobby Bobbitson in the fucking chat, speak of the devil. How you doing, bud? I hope you're getting some good fucking footage for your fucking leftist, crazy leftist overreaction as a pussy meltdown. I hope you're getting good footage for that. Hope you're having good footage, bud. It's just funny, man. Like, this whole attitude of, like, well, you have to put up with it because we have to deal with woke metal. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Hey, Robert, Bobby appeared in the chat. Yes, he did. That's right, he did. Duriel Kane says, you're both brain-dead soy cuckolds. Cope. That's right. There's nothing... Yeah, we're both brain-dead soy cuckolds because we made videos about... you know, racism and metal and blah, blah, blah. Here's Bobby again. Oh no, upholding white values in majority white countries. Whatever shall we do? I mean, you're just kind of outing yourself as a white supremacist right there, because this is literally how white supremacists sarcastically respond. Like, literally. Thanks for the support, Melty. You're very welcome, Bobby. I hope you have a terrible day. A comment repeats. I'm not reading it twice. Ay, ay, ay. Lol, I'm just trolling. Lol, I'm just having fun. I don't think you are, brother. Shut up, R-word. Not even being clever. At least Bobby comes in with some clever commentary, you know? At least he comes in with, like, something kind of funny. This guy, he's like, this nothing funny, nothing clever. Like, come on. Fun fact, woke actually means being aware of racism in our culture. It absolutely does. But shame on us. We're not allowed to be aware. It's bad. It's evil. It makes the people on the right very uncomfortable. And back in my day, we didn't used to be aware, and so why can't it be like it was back in my day? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I don't know. This is kind of why I'm, like, at a certain point, engaging with these people is a waste of time. Like, there's just nothing you can do, nothing you can say. What can I say to Bobby that would convince him to fucking bring things down? That would convince him to not make his angry, woke, leftist meltdown fucking clip live stream? What can I do? Like, honest to God. This person is not worth actually engaging. They are deeply unserious and deeply horrible. Shannon Church, I'm new to your channel and I absolutely love it. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Shannon. I hope you have a great day. Vortex, Lamau can't even logically oppose Bobby's argument. Just calling it stupid and calling him a white supremacist makes you ignorant. What is there to oppose? Like, he said it straight up. He said it straight the fuck up, dog. Like, oh, white values, like, oh, man. Like, what conversation do you expect me to have with this person? This person who is only interested in... This person is not interested in conversation. Like, they literally have channels on their videos about, oh, angry woke leftists, blah, blah, blah. What conversation can I actually have with this person? This is the hypocrisy. You guys want conversation, you want debate, You say you do, but you don't actually. You just wanna score points and go, look at the woke lefty. Oh, you think this because you're gay and woke. Like, practice what you fucking preach. You want a real conversation? Let's have it. Otherwise, fuck off. Oh, boy. You know what? I should take my own advice and just ignore Bobby. You're not worth it. Mark Cooper Art, official says, you're a fucking moron. So this guy does the album artwork for Rings of Saturn, and I found that very funny. I looked up his page. I found that really, really, really fucking funny when I saw this comment. I used to listen to Rings of Saturn back in the day, too. Like, holy shit. I remember... God, I think it was the Summer Slaughter Tour 2015, something like that. They were on tour. It was, like, with the Faceless and all these other fucking whatever times. Bobby Bombitson, bro, you blocked me 10 times plus, but I don't want to have a conversation. And I blocked you because you were literally saying slurs in the chat from the previous live stream. Like, be so fucking for real right now. Like, if you genuinely want to have a conversation, then fine, let's have it. But do not sit here and pretend for a moment that that's actually what you want, because you have proven time and time again that that's what you want. Bro, you're hilarious when you freak out. That's the main reason I'm here. Well, thank you then. Thank you for putting more money in my fucking pocket. But who doesn't like slurs? Slurs are cool. This is the same person who wants to tell me that they're very interested in a real conversation. This is the same person. The same fucking person. Unbelievable. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. How's everybody doing? Fuck Varg is what every rational person says. Varg is too soft for me, says Bobby. That's right. The neo-Nazi murderer who burned down churches and plotted terror attacks from prison is too soft for Bobby. At a certain point, there's no conversation to be had with somebody who is like this. There just isn't. There just isn't. Don't lose faith in others, man. You're not going to change Nazis' minds in a day, but like sculpting, you slowly chip away over time. Faith requires an element of absurdism. Love you, man. I understand what you're saying. I think that all people have the capacity to change, but I think Bobby is doing a great job of proving that some people just won't and don't want to. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, this person wants conversation, but has consistently proven they're not interested in conversation. They want to provoke, and they want to clip little comments and bits and videos from a fucking, you know, that's what they want. That's what they want. Bro, how can you tell that's not how can you not tell that's a troll? I mean, if you're trolling, then you're kind of just proving that you're still not interested in conversation. Either you're very serious about this, and you are all of these things, or you're just trolling and having funsies. Which is it? Because in either scenario, you aren't interested in conversation. You are a deeply unserious, insincere person. You either deeply believes all of these things you're saying, or you're just a troll. Either way, you've proven you are not interested in conversation. You just aren't. Period. You want to prove me wrong? Then have a real conversation with me. Do it. I fucking dare you, buddy. I fucking dare you. Some comments are serious, some aren't. See, you can't. So now you can't even make up your mind as to whether or not you're a troll. Doing a great fucking job at proving my fucking point, buddy. Deeply unserious human being. Ugh. God damn it. He is not correct. It's just critical race theory applied to music. I hate communists so much, bro. It's not real. This is honestly the first time I've even heard the word critical race theory in, like, 2 fucking years. Like, this was something that, like, everybody was going fucking crazy over for a while, and I feel like I don't hear anything about it anymore. It's so fucking funny. I mean, most of these people that say critical race theory can't even fucking define it. Thralls of Metal, yeah, I wanted to pop in, show some support for Melty and Andrew Lee here before I go record another video. Heyo, Thralls of Metal, what up? How you doing, bud? How you doing, bud? Safety Man D says, love you, Melty. Love you too, bud. Brutus and Thralls are goats, says Tophius Chuck... What the fuck is this goddamn... Tophia Chus Tank Waskooch... What the fuck is that goddamn name? What the fuck is that name? How the fuck? I feel like I'm speaking the alien language. Jesus Christ. I wish I had the amount of free time Bobby has. I can't make time for the things I enjoy, let alone being a hate watcher. You know, I mean, I think that's the funniest thing. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what you gain from, like, being, like, a hate watcher to this degree and only tuning in when it's time to make these kinds of just trolling, but also just not, but also just trolling kinds of comments and arguments. Those who complained about CRT and were also at the same protest for desegregation. Back in the day, I mean, that's possible. It certainly gives that same kind of attitude. Gay for Jesus says, you're the biggest poser in the metal community. What a putz. I mean, honestly, I've been called a poser and an elitist so many times that both of these words have just lost all fucking... They've lost all impact for me. Like, it's like, whatever, dog. I don't give a shit. Who fucking cares? At this point, it's like, honestly, come up with something better. Here's an interesting comment. I remember this one. After seeing half of Andrew's video and 2 minutes and 40 seconds of yours, it's obvious that you young brainwashies aren't good enough for metal. You see, metal being an open community isn't a lie. It was a fact, and we welcomed everyone into the scene so long as they didn't try to ruin it with non-metal bullshit. That was what we were afraid of. All that mattered is what came out of your speakers. The reason so few blacks and other minorities were part of it is that they chose not to be. They listened into and made other genres of music. That was simply how it was. If metal has become tribalist since then, it hasn't... If metal has become tribalist since then, it hasn't in total, but maybe some of your subgenres have, then that's your generation's doing, not mine and not Gen Xers. Blame yourselves. We created something good. You fucked it up. Crazy old man energy here. Crazy okay boomer shit, where it's like, back in my fucking day, blah, blah, blah. It's just a coincidence that white people gravitated towards this and other people didn't. Like, it's just so silly. And it just completely ignoring the fact that there were black people, Hispanic people, queer people that did play in rock music and punk music and early metal prominently in the 70s and 80s. I mean, for God's sakes, even going into the 80s, fucking Motley Crue and Rat and all these fucking bands and all, like, they're basically in fucking drag all the fucking time. Like, this wasn't a problem until, I don't know, at a certain point, NSBM gets introduced, and I think it is true that certain cultures or certain genres of music are tied more and more so to certain peoples. That's not unfair overall to say, but I don't know. I don't think the scene has done a good enough job in the years since the 80s at, like, really actually inviting people in. And I think that the existence of nationalist, socialist black metal and people defending, like, actual Nazis in the metal scene, I think that that's part of why a lot of people steer away, and it's created this kind of vacuum and kind of safe space for these people and these ideologies. Like, nothing just happens. Nothing is ever, like, just a thing that just magically happens. There's a reason for everything. Like, I don't know, this idea that things just, like, magically happen, my generation ruined everything, I don't know, I just think it's kind of lame. Nipite? I don't know how to pronounce this name. What makes you more upset? The fact that your wife will take more dicks in one day than you will ever have subscribers, or the fact that you will never get as big as Ian Watkins no matter how hard I try? You have a very vivid imagination, Champ. Would you like some ice cream? That's what I say. The Metal Meltdown seems like that kind of guy. Straight up saying, I'm a pedophile. I'm as bad, if not maybe even worse than Ian Watkins, one of the most notorious pedophiles and sex criminals ever. Because, I don't know, I made this video. Like, this is kind of what I'm getting at. I understand what John Boy Tones is trying to say, but what can I gain from having a conversation with this kind of person? What can be... They have decided that I am a pedophile because of this video. Like, this is genuinely insane behavior. Like, that's so weird. So fucking weird. And talking about my wife like that, too? Like, that's fucking crazy. This is what I'm talking about. At a certain point, these people just straight up, they cannot be reasoned with. They cannot be reasoned with. Rest in peace, rest in piss, Watkins. Yes, absolutely. On that note, fuck Ian Watkins. I hope he's burning in fucking hell. One of the most evil fucking human beings on the goddamn planet. Cuck Metal Melt. At Slothmaster 101. Cuck-Canadians. That's great. Cuck-Canadians? Oh my god. I'm using that for something in the future. That is so fucking funny. That's actually funny. I love that. What up, my fellow Cuck-Canadians? That's so fucking good. Oh, man. Brutus Bathory, I get shit like that, too. Just random accusations of PDF file for no reason. I mean, that's what they do. They just deflect. They're like, oh, you don't like me or my argument, so you're a pedophile. But also, why aren't you engaging me in good, honest conversation? Have a debate with me, you fucking pedophile woke libtard. Like, holy shit. The hypocrisy of these fucking people. Two Broke Gamers, you're effing R-worded. There we go. Two Broke Gamers, living up to that name, by the way. The channel, if I'm not mistaken, is just like Two Broke Gamers, whatever. It is exactly what it's described as. I've just... come up with something clever, people. Come up with something clever. What's up, fellow Canadian? Oh, hey, it's Jessica. Is it not funny that these people also call people PDFs? That these people also call people PDFs, cannot win an argument, so they resort to that shit. I mean, that's what it is. It's just you want to shut it down. You want to get your points and be like, well, get owned, liberal, and then go away. The conversation doesn't actually matter. What you can say about the person and whether or not you can own them is what matters. Like, the right is so fucking interested in just owning the fucking libs. And to be honest, this is a problem kind of on the left as well. Like, you see a lot of, like, liberal kind of commentators and accounts that are just like, watch this. Charlie Kirk gets owned at this debate. Steven Crowder gets owned by a liberal. Like, it's really no better on the other side. Like, it's just constantly pointing the finger and being like, look at this fucking moron. I mean, that's kind of even what I'm doing now. The difference is I'm not pretending to be, like, this big, important person. I'm an idiot on the fucking internet. And then, you know, it's other people fucking doing this kinds of shit that are pretending that they're trying to have real conversations and whatever. Whereas I'm like, I'm just drinking. I'm just drinking and having my funsies. Straight the fuck up. Straight up. These people are still stuck in 2016 a little bit. I think it's also just everything is just so radically online, and everything has become so incredibly divisive that this is just kind of what it's turned into. You know, it's just like, get your points, get your clout, make your arguments that you can have your little TikTok video, and then all your fucking fans will come in and be like, you totally owned that lib, or you totally owned that Trumper, or whatever. And, you know, that's it. Like, that's what modern politics has more or less boiled down to. Like, look at that shit Gavin Newsom is doing. And it is funny, though, that, like, some, like, diehard Trumpian folks cannot see that, like, Gavin Newsom is literally just doing the same kind of shit that Trump does all the goddamn fucking time. Like, that's funny. That is funny. And it's almost effective in that way because they don't fucking see it, but it still is, like, I don't know. You're the governor of California. I can't help but feel like you should have better things to do. Just in general, regardless of your political party. Gamergate was the beginning of the downfall. A little bit, because Gamergate... There's definitely, like, almost a domino effect from, like, Gamergate to where we are, especially on the right now. I mean, you can even see it, like, what's that meme that's going around with Ghost of Yotai, where it's that fucking... I don't know the name of the main protagonist, but it's two pictures of her. One is her actually from the game, and one is highly edited to make her look like some anime bimbo. And it's like, the anime bimbo picture is like, oh, this is like the game but with gamers in mind, and the other picture is like activists in mind. Like, these people genuinely don't fucking care about the video games they claim to love. They just want to look at anime titties. Just go watch porn, brother. Just go watch porn. Like, straight up. Like, it's a fucking video game. I don't know why you expect this random girl from, like, what, 16th, 17th century Japan? I don't know the time frame. I know it's, like, literally, it's ages. It takes place in ancient fucking times, like 500-600 years ago. The idea that you would expect her to look like some fucking girl from some fucking stupid anime, it's so fucking silly. It's so fucking funny. Since we're on the topic and it's related, why do people conveniently ignore that Rob Halford and Freddie Mercury are/were gay whilst hating gay people? Because they want to. It makes them uncomfortable. They don't want to acknowledge that a vast majority of classic rock and like pop culture music pioneers were queer, or at very bare minimum were, you know, where they were allies. Like, you know, it's been long rumored that Mick Jagger and Lou Reed and these guys were bisexuals. Lou Reed especially was a full-blown ally back in the day. He sang about being with trans women, and, like, there's this old interview with some dated language. I will preface what I'm about to say with that, where it's like, oh, in your song you talk, like, some reporter is talking to him and going like, oh, you sing about wanting to be a transsexual. Do you think you're a transsexual or transvestite? And Lou Reed's just like, sometimes. Like, he's just like, whatever. Like, it's partially him just having this I don't care kind of attitude, and it's also him just being like, Yeah, whatever. Like, I guess I am. Whatever. Like, he was a very openly... he was very much a queer man. And, of course, David Bowie was bisexual. Freddie Mercury was a closeted gay man. Rob Halford is an openly gay man. Elton John, Little Richard... the fucking New York Dolls dressed up in fucking drag, like, way before glam rock and glam metal was, like, really a fucking thing. And there's, like, tons of, like, androgyny was a very popular thing back in the day as well. Super Striker, love that interview with Lou. Yeah, it's a great interview. It's a classic clip. Some of the language he uses is, again, a little dated, but, I mean, I think I think that, you know, it's still a pretty solid fucking clip. Aiden's last name, Ghost of Yotai, is being called woke, but it was a very good game. I just finished it today. It looks cool. It makes me wish I had a PS5. It looks really cool. And Andrew, dude from the Rolling Stones was bi, right? Yeah, allegedly Mick Jagger was bisexual. It's worth noting, all the dudes in the Beatles were gay on some level. All of them. Like, they literally had circle jerks together all the fucking time. Like, you cannot circle jerk that much with the bros and not on some level be a little gay. Like, let's be real. Kira Yoshikage 32 says, would you call me hypocritical for enjoying Nocturnal Mortem's music while having anti-fascist music and make efforts to fight bigotry in my day-to-day lives? I don't think the music that you listen to matters. I think that the things that you do matter. I think that, you know, at the end of the day, it's not my business what you listen to or don't listen to. It's not my fucking business. I promise you I sleep fine at night regardless of what you do or don't listen to. It's all about who you are as a person, what you do in your day-to-day life. And I also recognize that at a certain point, especially when it comes to black metal, some of these sketchy folks are just kind of unavoidable. There's not a lot you can do. So I wouldn't say you're a hypocrite. It's partially because it just doesn't matter to me. Like, you know, like it's... People listen to this music. It has influence. It has reach. It has appeal. It's really not my business what people do or don't listen to at the end of the fucking day. And contrary to popular belief, I've never once tried to stop people from, like, listening to music. I can hate Varg and also, like, just not care that you still listen to Burzum. Like, it does not matter to me. It really fucking doesn't. That white run, I'm starting to hit a little bit. I think I read this comment already. Okay, because I fucking pressed something on the goddamn keyboard. This person responding with just like a silly joke. Blacks can't sing country music. Blacks can't sing metal music. Whites can't rap. Eminem can rap. Asians can't sing metal. That's weird. There are tons of great Asian metal bands. Like, this is just he's just like, I'm rolling with stereotypes. Stereotypes across the fucking board. All the fucking way, dog. Ay. Thomas Jones, 100 missed calls from Dead by Dog. Yeah, and they're gonna stay missed, too. I've actually never spoken to Justin Horval, honestly, in any capacity. I have no interest in having a conversation with him either. He seems very... I don't know, a lot of people tell me he's just putting on an act like it's a character he plays, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm really convinced. Thank you for being mature and not saying I should get curb stomped like others have done. Yeah, that's an insane reaction. Like, that's fucking insane. That's weird as hell, and fuck the people who said that to you. Jesus Christ. Safety Man D, liking Varg is such a 13-year-old thing to do. I mean, I agree for the record, but, like, I'm not, like, I don't know. It's fucking Varg. Like, what can you do or say at this fucking point? Brew This Battery, he's in his own universe. Oh my god, yeah. And it's a weird universe, too. For some reason, for a while, I was getting Varg Vikernes videos on my fucking TikTok, because he has a TikTok account where he literally just rants and raves about how fantasy is too woke or whatever the fuck. Like, it's so fucking funny. It's really fucking funny. Oh, boy. That fucking... Hypocrisy detected. I always need a drink. Stop romanticizing alcoholism. There's nothing funny about it. I said to this person, and I say it now, you realize there's a difference between romanticizing alcohol and making a joke about having a drink, yes? Like, be for real. And that's it. There's so many people that think I promote or romanticize alcoholism. I'm not. I enjoy having a drink. So be it. It's my day off. I'll do what I want. Like, I don't know. It's not really relevant to this conversation, this live stream, but, you know, it's a nice comment to point out. It's a nice comment to point out. Ink and Poet, Varg has a TikTok. Yes, I'm sorry that this is how you found out, but yes, Varg has a TikTok. Vortex Luna, you can respect Varg for his massive contributions to black metal and also despise what he's done outside of music. respect is a strong word. I don't like the guy. I don't like his music. But the fact of the matter is, he has had an impact on black metal that many would argue that without him, black metal is fundamentally different. Whether or not it's better or worse, that's up for debate. But it would not be what it is today, and it possibly would not exist. I don't necessarily agree with that argument, but I appear to be in the minority on this, so be it. It is what it is. Necrodamus, hey friend, love the channel and everything you do. Sorry if I ever seem like a fence sitter. It's fine, man. Like, whatever. At the end of the day, I want to hang out and talk about cool music and do cool things. I recognize that, like, contrary to popular belief, I'm well aware that a lot of people will not agree with me on absolutely everything. Like, straight up. I don't even really know where that perception of me comes from. I think it comes partially from, like, drinking game videos and, like, doing that, like, most annoying bands tier list thing, because, like, we actively call out fucking shitty fucking people who do stupid fucking bullshit, and that makes me look like a guy who hates everybody who disagrees with him. And it couldn't be further from the truth. It just isn't. Like, by that logic, I should hate my fucking parents, because there's a lot of stuff that, I love my parents, but there's a lot of stuff that we disagree on. But they're still my parents, and I still love them. Pagan of the North 448 says, what an R-worded circle jerk. I like that one. It's a stupid fucking comment, but I also like that he threw in the circle jerk to give it a little bit more punch and sting. You know, that makes it a little bit more potent. I like that. I like that a lot. Still not a very clever comment, but at least it has some bite. You know, at least it has a little bit more edge and power to it. Necrodamus, yeah, I like Bad Brains, but their homophobia is really trouble. What? Bad Brains is homophobic? Really? Oh, no. Really? Since when? Oh, am I out of the loop? Man, that fucking sucks if that's true. That really fucking sucks. It always sucks when a punk band is homophobic, because it's just like, what the fuck? That's so insane. John Campbell, more liberal nonsense. Guess what? Every race has racists. Also, Palestine does not exist. Maybe read a book. Funny how Hamas is now doing public executions. Where are the protests for that? Where is this even coming from? More liberal nonsense. Two people discussing the safe space that metal has created for white people. It's liberal nonsense. Every race has racists. That's true. But that doesn't mean we can't have these conversations, that we shouldn't have these conversations. Also, Palestine does not exist. That's not true. That is objectively incorrect. Like, what are we talking about? I'm not trying to make, like, what are we talking about? That is objectively incorrect. I don't know, man. People are weird. People are fucking... I also just don't understand where this comment comes from here, because it's not as if I went on, like, some kind of, like, pro-Palestinian leftist rant in that aforementioned video, although since we're on the topic, Free Palestine. Like, I don't know really where this is coming from. It just kind of seems like somebody wanting to be mad and wanting to create some kind of controversy. Maybe go read a book, Lamau. Yeah, the irony is I also get shit for having books on my shelf, but I'm the one that needs to read more books, I guess. I don't know. It's just so fucking funny. Vortex Luna! You're in the chat and you're here in the video. The amount of white guilt dripping from this video is intoxicating. Like, of course there's white supremacists in the metal scene, there's white supremacists in any music scene if you look hard enough, but why do you care so much? I care so much because it's important. I care so much because this matters. I care so much because fighting white supremacy on all fronts matters. It just does. It matters. And you can call it white guilt, you can call it whatever you want. I don't care. This matters to me. It matters to me that the people I love are safe in this scene, because a lot of my friends listen to and love metal, and I'm the only straight white man in my immediate circle of friends. And it matters to me that they're safe. It matters to me that other people are safe. If you believe in the idea that metal is supposed to be for all people, then you have to actively act like it is for all people. And when in doing so, you have to stomp out ideologies that exclude people and harass and punish people. I think you're genuinely interested in conversation because you've been here in the chat, so I'm not gonna really come at you. But I mean, that's where I stand. This is a great comment that came up in response. For fuck's sakes, this thing is being stupid all of a sudden. There we go. I think he's saying that if you tolerate it, that it becomes normalized, leading to a less welcoming community, which is where experiences of minorities in the metal scene come from. He's saying that it should be the responsibility of the community to not tolerate intolerant people. Yes, there's a logical fallacy to, like, this whole idea of, like, oh, so much for the tolerant left. You preach tolerance, but you don't want neo-Nazis and white supremacists. Yeah, exactly. True tolerance does not require me to be tolerant of intolerance. Like, end of fucking story. That's just ultimately what it comes down to. Listen, brother, heavy metal does not uphold white supremacy. In fact, it doesn't uphold anything at all because it's a collection of fucking sounds made on instruments. This is very much just like, I only care about the music type shit. So you've met some racist people, cool, so as literally everyone else, you aren't special, just call them an idiot and move on. The idea that, like, don't address it, just call them stupid and move on. Like, that simply doesn't work. It simply doesn't. That's where we're in a space, like, we're at a point in history where that just doesn't really work. Dude, you literally read 5% of what I said in my comment. Come on, man. I know I read the entire comment. I didn't read it out loud. There's so many comments to address today. I can go back up in there's so many comments. I feel like I addressed the meat of it. If you feel otherwise, then I don't know what to really tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Can I chime in?
What would you like to say?
Saying that it's just like sounds on a speaker is the most reductionist thing I've ever heard, and honestly, it's giving I don't understand anything. It's giving I'm unintelligent and don't understand things.
It's also objectively incorrect because songs and music and different genres of music have different they come from different places politically, socially. There are things that people say in their music. There are messages and meanings to the music. Music doesn't just happen in a vacuum.
Yeah, the people creating the music have their own lives and culture and experiences.
That is often brought into the music. Black metal is no exception to this. Black metal is a direct byproduct of the cultural environment of Norway in the late 80s to early 90s. It is. Like, they felt that it was counterculture in a way. Like, they felt they were openly rebelling against societal norms in, like, Scandinavia, in Norway. They thought that they were really rebelling against, like, Norwegian Christians and Christian music and, like, the upbeat kind of, like, nice environment of Norway. Like, it all meant something. And there were some people who took it to extreme lengths, and there were other people who just, you know, music doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It never doesn't mean something. There's always something.
It's literally giving, it's not that deep, bro. And I'm sorry, but it is
and
actually that
and
deep.
even if an artist is not making an explicitly political message, there is often something kind of underlying it. There is often a consequence to that. Like, supporting Ted Nugent at this point in history is, in a way, supporting his views. Like, you can still listen to the music. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that, like, to act like the things that make him who he is don't impact the music, I think that's... I think it's very reductionist. It doesn't do us any fucking favors. Hanso Harrigan, what's the album on the background? Sounds good. Currently, we're listening to something called Talons from a band called Grin. It's kind of been on an autoplay kind of thing. What do we actually want to listen to, come to think of it?
I actually liked what was going on, so I was like, I added the album to my playlist.
Cool.
Because you're on my Spotify. Hold on, let me play it.
All art is inherently political in some way, shape, or form. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, a drawing that a child makes might not seem political in and of itself, but there can be a political meaning to it if it's a child from, like, a war-torn, ravaged part of the world, or if there's something that child really wants to say, if they're drawing about how they're in pain because of their current environment and whatever.
Yeah, if abusive parents or were sexually abused or something. Like,
their all art can be and often is political. It's incredibly naive and dare I say tiny-brained to act like it just doesn't happen. It's naive, to be honest with you. Necrodamus, also thank you, Melty. Thank you for introducing me to Pup. They rule. Yes, they do. I love Pup. The thing isn't scrolling down. There we go. So yeah. And this is why we aren't reading every comment, because as you can see, there's a lot of conversations to be had and a lot to be done. We're an hour into this live stream, and we haven't actually read a lot of comments. I don't necessarily disagree with what you're saying, but it's a two-way street. Sure, there's political messages in music, but you didn't have to be personally influenced by it. It's just music. Again, I don't think it is. I just don't think it is. Like, I don't know, but and like I don't know. For me, like the way I got introduced to a lot of politics and political issues and social issues for a lot of my life was through music. Like through punk music, through metal music, through hip hop and rap music, and even through country music. It all art is a reflection of the current environment. You don't have to be influenced by it. That's fair to say too, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That doesn't mean that it's just music and that it has nothing kind of going on.
The people who say stuff like this are usually because they feel uncomfortable because the music is holding up a mirror to them, and they're starting to realize that, oh, there is a political message about that, but I don't want to care about it, and if I don't care about it, then, like, I'm not a great person. They kind of understand on a level that, like, there is something to care about, but they don't want to, and it's holding up a mirror to them.
See, this is an interesting comment here. Kamo Embryo says, I like metal more now. Andrew and I made videos. Andrew Lee made a video about how heavy metal upholds white supremacy. I made kind of a response to that video, coming to his defense. Kamo Embryo says, I like metal more now. Like, there you go. Heavy metal upholds white supremacy. This guy goes, that's awesome. I like metal more now. Straight up. Straight up.
That's cringe.
That's very cringe.
Hi.
Off topic, picked up Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road last Saturday. Incredible album, Elton's best. It is a classic album. Hi, Anna. This is Jumpy and Spud.
Right here. So you know, okay.
That's Jumpy and Spud. There's a guy.
Oh, everyone loves Spud.
Everyone loves
I know,
Spud.
he's so cute.
He's just a little guy. He's just a little dude.
He's got, like, little feet. Look at his little feet.
He's got little feets, too. Little feets. Would love a debate between you and Wyatt's Metal about this. Yeah, I got a lot of comments about this, more DMs than anything else. I have no interest in debating Wyatt. I said this in the comment, I'll say it again here. Wyatt's lack of interest in engaging with the actual content of Andrew's video, instead opting for ranting about how metal isn't racist, leads me to believe that any kind of debate would be pointless. Like, I don't think he watched Andrew Lee's video and went, "Nuh-uh, it's not racist. Black people, they are in bands sometimes. Asian people are in bands sometimes. Like, I don't know. Wyatt's Metal is odd. I also saw a video.
I have a 5th grade reading comprehension.
He did a video recently too, where he was like, Metal Injection did some kind of article about like Emir being like a hardcore Trump supporter, and Metal Injection, you know, and he was just like, this isn't journalism, this is a hit piece. And I was just kind of like, who fucking cares, dog? Like, why are you going to bat for this? Like, this is what you want to spend time on? Wyatt's Metal is somebody who's only really interested in metal drama and doesn't really think deeply about anything he's actually talking about. Which is another reason why I'm like, I don't see the point in debating someone like that. There's nothing to be gained for either fan base, for either group that watches the Metal Meltdown or his channel. It's a waste of both of our times, frankly. Metalhead Railfan, that was literally his whole video. I mean, yeah, Black Sabbath was heavily influenced by the low quality of life in Birmingham. Yes, that's a great example. Yeah. Black Sabbath and Judas Priest grew up in a war-torn town, dealing with the direct consequences of World War II. They grew up poor, and they've outright said the metallic sound of the guitars is kind of inspired by, like, the steel mills of the town that we fucking grew up in. And, you know, I mean, they were influenced by a lot of weird horror, and they were influenced by war and violence and fascism. Like, what do you think War Pigs is about, dog?
Yeah.
Like, this stuff doesn't happen in a vacuum. Music just doesn't happen in a vacuum.
Like, you're being purposely obtuse, and it's so frustrating because it's like, just because it makes you uncomfortable to know that something is political doesn't mean it's not political. You can try to ignore it all you want because it makes you uncomfortable.
It's like, do you
it doesn't change what the meaning is.
And like even Judas Priest, Rob Halford, they don't make explicitly political music, but Rob Halford is a gay man making heavy metal, and Judas Priest defines heavy metal fashion and the heavy metal aesthetic. And the funny thing is, a lot of that also comes from gay nightlife culture in the 70s. Like, he went to like
the Leather Daddy,
the Leather Daddy
thing
S&M
gay,
subculture shit. That's all that directly influences heavy metal fashion and aesthetic, and it has directly influenced Judas Priest And this is what I mean. Like, stuff doesn't just happen in a vacuum. Stuff doesn't happen for no reason whatsoever. You don't have to agree with what the artist in question is saying. You don't have to be influenced by it. But to just outright ignore it or pretend that it doesn't exist, you're doing the art a disservice, and you're honestly doing yourself a disservice as well. Like, that's how I feel, at least. I don't know. Here, okay, this is a great comment. This is a really great comment. Metal Mike says, non-white people, he's quoting me here, non-white people do not feel represented in the metal scene. Tell that to Tosin Abasi, Howard Jones, Herman Lee, Chuck Billy, Slave to Serena, David Draymond, Jay Hurley, all these different people of color, all these different Asians and black people and brown people, Latin people. And let us not forget one of the most iconic frontmen in all of heavy metal history, Tom fucking Araya, is a Chilean. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. You cannot simply go, oh yeah, well, this guy's black. Checkmate, liberal. That's not an argument.
It's literally giving, I have a black friend.
Like, okay, counterpoint. These people exist in this scene, and people of color and minorities and queer people and immigrants still don't feel welcome. The existence of people of color and minorities and queer people within a scene does not mean that all of those people are suddenly going to feel welcome. It's just
like,
that simple.
Just because there's like...
It's just that simple.
I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way anywhere. It's even for like women. Like it's like, oh yeah, there's women in this space, but they don't always feel safe in that space.
Brutus Bathory makes a great point. Like, he says, great, now list all the white people. Because straight up, congrats, you were able to name a few black and brown musicians. You were able to name Asian metal bands and stuff like that. Congratulations. Guess what? The majority of metal bands and fans and people working behind the scenes as well, producers and promoters and PR guys, most of them are white. That's the broader fucking point here. And this is something Andrew mentioned in his video as well that got glossed over, where he's like, I haven't met anyone who works on the PR side of metal that is Asian, that looks like me. Metal is dominated all around, from executives to producers to musicians to the fan base, by a lot of white people.
You're also just tokenizing people by being like, oh, look at all the names of all these colored people in this group. It means we're not racist.
Yeah, you don't, because I don't think you actually care about these people. You're using them as points. Like, look at me. Like, this is just a point that you can use for a debate and be like, oh yeah?
This chick's aesthetic is crazy.
Like, just like, well, that's a nice argument you have, Mr. Meltdown, but counterpoint, there's a black guy in this grindcore band. I literally made that joke in the fucking video, and then this guy goes on to do exactly that. Why is David Draymond on the list? Because he's Jewish. David Draymond can be a piece of shit and also be Jewish. The two aren't, just saying. He's not I want to make it clear before someone twists my words. He's not a piece of shit because he's Jewish. He's a piece of shit because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. My Spotify, just the autoplay is kind of popping off. I really like this girl's aesthetic. I just realized I have their album.
Wyatt referred to the main character of AC Shadows as George Floyd, which was alarming. Oh my god.
Fuck.
This is crazy. Okay, so watching Wyatt... Okay, so context. We're reading this other comment. Watching Wyatt Metal shit comment to Lee's video and read some of the comments here, everyone's like, oh, not every metalheads, blah, blah, blah. Everyone knows, but your ignorant privilege is what's hurting the minority. And it's one of the top comments on Wyatt's video. One Wyatt Hearted literally said, the Asian kid would be surprised to see the metal scene in Japan, as though Andrew didn't speak about that at length. Wyatt's Metal did not pay attention to the content of Andrew's video. He just fucking didn't. That is very clear. And he is also engaging in the exact kind of commentary that Andrew was complaining about in that video. It proves that he literally did not pay attention to anything Andrew fucking said. And then this other comment, Wyatt apparently referred to the main character of Assassin's Creed Shadows as George Floyd. That is just gross. That's gross. That's objectively gross. That's objectively fucking gross. Don't make me go to bat for Assassin's Creed, dog. I don't give a fuck about Assassin's Creed. But I will if that's what it's coming down to. Like, holy fucking shit.
See, when I was talking about, like, women in the scene, Jabberwocky 112 made a good point. There's women in the space, yet can we count how many times fans have defended their faves when women and girls have come out about abuse? How many groomers can we count on our hands?
Oh my god. Like, I mean, Tim Lambesis hired a guy to murder his fucking wife.
And then everything was like... Fucking...
And then he was caught on video abusing his other ex-wife.
Yeah. And then fucking like Marilyn Manson
And now, and he's still kicking around. As I Lay Dying is about to have another comeback. And yeah, Marilyn Manson, Ronnie Radke, all these fucking guys. All these fucking guys, man. And then they'll go on to be like, well, actually, it's trans and queer people and drag queens and non-binary people that are fucking. They're the ones they're the ones queering your kids and they're grooming your kids and shit.
And it's all just projection because they're the ones who are pedophiles and fucking molesting.
He was apparently just joking. Come on, dog. Come on. At a certain point, you're not joking.
Yeah,
At a certain point, you're not joking.
Explain it.
Anti-white bullshit. That's a straw man argument. Also, no. If you think that discussing racism and white supremacy in metal means we're anti-white, you've kind of just given the whole game away. You know what I mean?
You've implied that whiteness means, like, you're racist. Like
straight up.
That racism,
straight
white
the
is
fuck
exclusionary
up.
And racist.
Ay, ay, ay. Hippie Death Cult is on. I like Hippie Death Cult.
Yeah.
I do think metal has more racist than other genres, but Ripped to Shreds was wrong to leave the tour of Master. Expecting someone to quit a festival because a band that played the day before is racist is just unfair. I don't necessarily think so.
I don't think so. If you're uncomfortable,
Ripped to Shreds has the right to be on whatever tour they want to be. Master has the right to play whatever show they want to play, and Ripped to Shreds has the same right. It's just that simple. Like, that was another part of this whole conversation with Andrew Lee where everybody was just mad because he had called out Master for some fucking bullshit. I didn't really think that mattered because I didn't really think that was relevant to the conversation that Andrew was actually trying to have. Like, it didn't matter. It still doesn't matter. I don't care enough about Master to get really involved in this. They chose to play a show with, like, Argus Lent and Inquisition and a bunch of, like, well-documented shitty fucking bands with shitty fucking people. And Ripped to Shreds decided that they don't want to be affiliated with that. They both made decisions. They both have... There are consequences to those decisions, and both parties will have to deal with that. That's just kind of how it is. What are you going to do, hey? Humans are political. It doesn't matter where you're from. We all have an option. I'm not surprised. Spelling is a little all over the place here, but I think I get what this person's trying to say.
Yeah, the personal is political.
It absolutely is. What a load of shite. Oh, come on, give me something fun here. Give me something fun here, dog. Ay, ay, ay. How's everybody doing? I know how a couple of y'all are doing. Oh, boy. How you doing, Anna?
Good now.
Yeah, you're good now? You were feeling pretty poopy earlier.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
I watched White Metal's videos on this, and all he did was shut Lee down, so it's good that you, as another white man, can attest the racism and just act like it doesn't exist. I think there might be some typos there, because you seem overall in agreement with what I'm saying, just based on how this other person responded. I'm going to assume there's typos there. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. It's fine. I watch Metal from time to time, but his reaction was really bad. Dude essentially went nuh-uh or shut up, which was weak. Like I said, he did not pay attention to the content of that video, and he was not interested in engaging with it.
The funniest thing to me is how metalheads will go around and straight up being like, oh yeah, this is a family, this is a place for everyone, and then go around being the biggest, annoying, rudest fucking asshole ever. And it's like...
I didn't notice this comment before. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
Metal... Okay. Ardens said Virens. Metal has had a subculture predominantly made up of white people since its very inception, and there's nothing wrong with that. People do not have the inherent right to be included in the communities of others. The founders and majorities of innovators in the genre have been white people. It is common for blacks in their own subcultures to treat others, but especially whites that want to be included in them, as either still being outsiders or at best guests. There's nothing actually wrong with that, because it's fine for different people to have something of their own. Non-whites can participate in metal, of course, but people like Andrew should be treated like guests. You are in someone else's house, and you do not get to dictate the rules. And you have done a great job at perfectly demonstrating why Andrew made that original video. You have done an amazing job at just demonstrating. Like, of course the non-whites are welcome, but, like, they're not. This is mine, and you can't just come here and claim this is yours.
Once again, like...
The irony is that there's so much rock and roll and heavy metal that comes from black culture. Like, there's not a metal guitarist alive that doesn't fucking worship the ground that Jimi Hendrix fucking stood on. What are we fucking talking about? Rock and roll itself is black. It came from the blues and country and gospel music, which came from black spirituals. Like, what are we talking about? This is what I'm talking about.
And then once again, what does white mean? Like, you have to define what that means. Exactly. Like,
horrendous fucking comment here. Horrendous.
Like, white
The irony, look, the reason why some people are a little, the reason why certain people are unnerving of outsiders coming in is because normally outsiders don't actually have respect for that culture or that community. This is a great example of exactly that. Like, you talk about, oh, well, blacks don't like it when white people play hip-hop. I don't know, man. Like, Eminem never had a problem. The Beastie Boys, for fuck's sakes, like, they never had a problem with fucking Eminem and the Beastie Boys.
There's also, like,
what are we talking about?
Rap is really big in, like, Korea, too, and, like, there's so many different cultures that do rap and hip-hop now.
Yeah, you don't see black people beefing with fucking Koreans because of Korean hip-hop and, like, rap music. Like, what are we talking about?
Somebody donated.
If somebody, like, the reason why certain people from certain cultures and certain communities have felt uneasy about people coming in is because those people have typically not had respect for that culture, for that community. Like, if you walk through the streets of Mexico and you start saying a bunch of racial slurs, yeah, guess what? They're not going to be nice to you. Like, if you, but if you walk around and you're, like, nice to people and you treat them the way you would want to be treated, you might find that you'll have a fun, good time. And that's, like, same thing in any fucking country, any culture, any community. Like, just be decent.
Like, it's the same,
be decent.
It's the same crying of people who say, actually, it's not that deep, it's just a genre of music. And then they'll say, well, actually, non-white people are just guests. It's like, make up your fucking mind. But also, like, it's being able to play a genre of music. Once again, what's up?
People like you and Andrew are precisely why gatekeeping in a community is a necessity.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. So what, out of curiosity, who do we need to gatekeep? Hey, Ardens, who do we need to gatekeep? People like you and Andrew are precisely why gatekeeping in a community is a necessity, or otherwise it will be transformed into something totally new and, frankly, more shallow and worse off than it was when it was more inclusive. Who specifically, why does Andrew need to be gatekept from metal? He's literally a metal musician.
What exactly how does whiteness improve metal or make metal what it is? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. You sounding really fucked up by tying this straight up to metal gatekeeping. It's the same type of people who say that they don't want women in the gaming community.
You are outright saying we need to gatekeep people who disagree with me and also Asians. Like, straight up. That is straight up what you're fucking saying here, goddammit. Straight the fuck up. You're not even being subtle about it.
These type of people have no personality beyond the music that they like. Like, get a fucking hobby and a personality. They have nothing beyond that. And for them, it's so fucking precious that they'd be like, no, we gotta gatekeep. Because they have nothing else in their life that, like, is worth it to them. And no personality.
Also, Troller80, I did see that you donated a couple bucks. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much. Billy Little, I'm probably going to come off as an asshole, but benefit of the doubt is irregardless a running joke. If not, gotta cut that out ASAP. New to the channel, loved your Deftone videos and takes. It kind of is, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, to my knowledge, irregardless is a proper word. I understand that regardless is the word that people say, but irregardless is still an appropriate word to use. And I've just kind of said it. It's a word I've always just used in general without really thinking about it. And at this point, so many people complain about it that I just kind of say it. Like, I just think it's kind of funny that, like, a word like that actively infuriates people.
It is a real word. It is a mix of mid-century, mid-19th century, between a blend of irrespective and regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually a blend of two words in the 19th
It is a real word. Like, you don't have to like it. Everyone likes to get upset about it. I just think it's kind of funny. It is a word that I use and say, I don't know, like, it's a word. It's a real word. I don't know. Cheers. Hello. How are you? What's up? My brain's a little funky.
Yeah.
Good funky, though. How are you?
I'm a little hungry.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Maybe I'll make a snack.
You can get some chips. Make a Sammy. You want to throw in a frozen pizza?
Yeah, I might do that,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, we got a frozen pizza in the freezer. Why not? I never got to have one of those pizzas because you fucking ate the other one.
It's good.
Huh, boy. Bill Cowan. I fucking love comics and books, and I've been a metalhead my whole life. Metal's for everyone. There's a ton of fascist shit going on in my country right now, and things are getting ugly. I'm white, and I 100% agree with Andrew Lee. Fuck yeah, Bill. Fuck yeah.
It's warm.
Wow. Hi. You may want to consider putting on a shirt before you come back into frame.
Yeah, I know. Give me a second.
That's fine.
I'm warm as fuck, too.
As one of your non-binary pals, I truly appreciate your respectful attention and refusal to accept hateful bigotry in any form in my 40s, and I didn't come out until only a few years ago, due in large part to the typical mindset of real metalheads. See, this is the thing. Queer people, people of color, do not feel welcome in this scene. They do not feel comfortable being who they are in this scene. And you can point to as many queer people and people of color all you fucking want. It doesn't change the fact that people are telling you that they don't feel welcome and comfortable. It's straight up. Straight up.
There's no benefit to being exclusionary because then everything becomes stagnant.
I wanna congrats to Stejernerfot for coming out. I'm happy to have you in the community, and if you are in the chat, I hope you have a fantastic fucking day. I hope you're doing fucking great. These piles of trash just proved Andrew Lee's video to be rude. Yeah, the people who are responding with, like, racist jokes and stereotypes are kind of just proving a lot of what he said. I don't even think they fully realize that, to be honest. Trouble Magnet 1. Fuck diversity and fuck leftists and metal. Fuck you too. Blood Division says, grow up, pansy. Make me! If being nice and good and inclusive means I'm a fucking child, I'm a pussy, then I don't want to grow up and I want to be a pussy forever. Yeah, I don't give two single shits.
Grow up, to them apparently growing up means being an asshole to people who aren't in your little club.
Pretty much.
Like, go, like, fuck off with that.
God, you're nice to people? Grow up, dog. You're not a fucking
you wanna include
big...
people in your interests? You're a terrible fucking person.
What a monster. What an absolute piece of human dog shit you are.
I'm just gonna put the fan on, like, low.
Descending into the absurd, metal is not PC and never will be, especially underground metal. Cope, Steve, and go back to your indie rock and hardcore punk. I'm not nobody is asking for metal to be politically correct per se. I don't even know why you're even bringing this up. I think a lot of people accept on some level that metal is always going to be a little edgy, a little dangerous, and, like, that's fine.
I mean,
but, like, Andrew Lee's entire video was like, hey, how about you treat me with respect and be better?
Yeah, and y'all are just proving the fucking point.
Like, hey, how about you stop making jokes about the fact that I'm fucking Asian? How about you stop making people feel like they don't fucking matter and that they shouldn't be here? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about here. Braxton Lucky says, pansexual here, glad to hear the support. Hell yeah. All my gays, all my guys, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals, my gays, my girls, you're all welcome here, and anybody who doesn't like that can suck the entirety of my nuts and balls.
And whether or not bigots like it, there's going to continue to be more diverse people in the community.
Yeah, it's not going to stop. Despite what y'all want. I don't know. It's not going to happen. Soundgarden Soldier, I love your guys' insane defense mechanism. It's really actually flat out embarrassing. Buddy, I'm not. I don't know, man. You were, this guy in the community post earlier today was arguing with me, and he was just straight up making shit up. Like, oh, you're arguing that you're making money the ethical way. And it's like, no. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, just straight up making shit up. Like, I don't know, man. You were having a real fucking bitch fit earlier today. I don't know if you're in a place to talk about, like, oh, we're insecure and we're, you know, oh, you guys, insane defense mechanism. Uncle Melty, you picked a mad inconvenient day to go live. I don't really give a shit. I don't care. I'm having fun. If you're not, that's on you. Are the fascists in your walls right now? Yes, they are. They're inside my walls. They're everywhere. There's Bobby in the comments right there. They're everywhere. Can't you hear them? If you don't hear them, you're a bigot. There's unironically a shred of truth to that comment. Brutus Bathory, I'm headed out later, man. Thank you for stopping by, Brutus Bathory. If y'all have not checked out Brutus's videos and his content and his whole thing, definitely do so. He's killing it. He's awesome. He's the best. He's so fucking good. Huh! Please elaborate on white values. I couldn't bring myself to watch that shit. Oh my fucking god. Like, yeah, please explain to me the video that I won't and didn't watch. God fucking damn it. I don't know, white values. Making sure everything's fucking white. Like, straight up. That's what a lot of these people are fucking arguing for. 3 Escape Room 13 metal is not racist. I don't know what kind of booze you've been chugging lately. Rain Nelson, white overproof Jamaican rum, for the record. But if metal was racist, bands like Bloody Hood would never be where they're at. What about Black Braid, a solo band that made 3 successful albums? Face the facts, metal is an extremely diverse multinational community with bands all over the world. So stop generalizing and holding others accountable for the bad eggs. You all need to mature and grow and stop focusing on race. I don't want to focus on race. I would love to live in a world where we are just talking about cool music, but we don't live in that fucking world. And look, this whole thing, it's going back to the whole, oh yeah, well, if metal is racist, how come black and brown people are allowed to exist in this community? How come they're allowed to fucking play music? Like, as Brutus Bathory said before, cool, list all the white people. Like, I don't know, man. I agree that metal, I want metal to be an extremely diverse multinational community with bands from all over the world. And at many times it is that. But that doesn't stop the fact that there have been a lot of people that are white supremacists in this fucking scene, that are neo-Nazis in this fucking scene, that defend those fucking things in this scene, or at bare minimum they just are ignorant to it, and they don't want to confront it at all, and they're fine with it existing. And heavy metal, unwittingly and unintentionally, as Andrew and I have argued, has become kind of a safe space for white people. That's the argument. So I don't know, I almost feel for this comment in a way, because I do understand what they're saying, but it's just like, I don't know, man, like, black and brown people existing doesn't change the fact that there are a lot of black and brown people that just don't feel comfortable in this scene. They are telling you in this comment section they don't feel fucking welcome. They're telling you. That's white privilege in a nutshell, too.
Yeah.
Like, black and brown, Asian people, queer people being like, this is the experience I've had, and this is what I think we need to do to be better. And then white people go, lol, that didn't happen. Shut up. Stop being weak. Stop being stupid and gay.
Yeah,
like, I do genuinely understand what this person is trying to say,
it's like,
but, like...
It's like, oh, society can't be racist because black people are...
Yeah, literally. Well, we elected a black president, so racism is dead. Like, fuck off. That's so fucking stupid. People will unironically fucking say that shit, too. It's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. It's unbelievable. There's a lot of fucking people in the chat. How is everybody doing? Super Strike 9, there are going to be racists in every scene, unfortunately. Of course, because they're everywhere. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't do nothing. That doesn't mean that we should just, like, stop and allow these people to, like, be here. Like, people, like someone earlier was like, why do you do this? And I'm just like, because it matters to me. It matters to me. It's always going to matter to me. I mean, even as a straight white man, I've been told that I don't belong in this scene because I'm autistic, or because I have leftist beliefs, or because I'm wearing a certain kind of t-shirt, or whatever the fuck. Like, I just think it's silly. Like, it's all gatekeeping, and it all serves the purpose of making sure that only a select few can enjoy this supposedly massive brotherhood of metal. And I think that that's really fucking dumb. And it doesn't help anybody, except, of course, for bigots and neo-Nazis and white supremacists and fascists and fence-sitting assholes. Hey, Punk Dragon says, doing really good. Hell yeah. Metal's supposed to be offensive. There you go. There's one comment that I scrolled past. People keep talking about hardcore not being racist, but most of the racists I grew up were hardcore types. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of it in hardcore and punk music as well. It sounds crazy it sounds crazy, because it is, but, like, I don't know, like, people, it just happens, and it's horrible. Bro, deadass changed accounts. Yeah, this guy's been switching back and forth. He's trying to provoke, he's trying to trigger so he can clip little things for his own channel. We're trying not to acknowledge him. He's not worth our fucking time. I'm happy to hear that I'm worth his time, though. That he would have multiple accounts tuning in, and he would take little videos of me. I am so flattered, really, that I am worth his time, but he is not worth mine. Charles 616, your shirt has orange on it. You cannot listen to the heaviest death metal in existence. What are you doing? I can't tell you how many times people have just been like, you wear this t-shirt, therefore you do not belong here. Like, straight up. You're wearing a Def Leppard t-shirt. You're wearing a shirt that has buttons on it, like a button-up shirt. A shirt with colors. You're wearing a normal hoodie. You do not belong in this fucking scene. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking silly. It's also very childish. Very, very childish. How you doing? You got chips?
Yeah,
Oh, chips? What the fuck? That's bullshit. Trying to find some more good comments here. Oh man, Max Liberty, the social political left has hallucinated all these fucking problems into much bigger issues than they are. It is no coincidence that the subversion of nearly everything in culture, which accelerated in the 90s, can be seen in every statement like this today, including your idiotic rundown of all existing phobias popularized by a gaslighting media since the turn of the century. You people destroying metal and making everyone hate each other and are perhaps the most useful idiots of all time. You're the heroes nobody asked for. Amazing! I'm not even mad. That's so funny. That's an awesome comment. I'm not even mad. Horrible commentary, but we're finally, like, he's actually using his brain a little bit, using big words and stuff. I'm proud of you, buddy. I like this comment in response, too. Stop pointing out the flaws in my escapism now, because I will have to face my deep-rooted discomfort with other racist issues. Wah, you metalheads are like Star Wars fans.
No, literally, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I definitely think there are similarities. I think Heavy Metal Philosophy did a video kind of like that, where he's like, yeah, Metallica fans are no different from Star Wars fans, because they bitch about everything new, and they only want the old, and blah, blah, blah.
The gamer argument being like, no, we just want big-titted women.
So fucking, I love that. That's so funny. That's so funny. I love that comment so much. That's my favorite comment. That's my favorite fucking comment. Metal is way more on the left than the right historically and currently. Conservatism has been rock and metal's biggest enemy, in my opinion. Because, how do I put this? Remember the PMRC? Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because, I mean, it was a libtard that started the PMRC. Fucking, Tipper Gore? I don't know. Look, the reality is that a lot of artists tend to lean to the left because the right just doesn't care about the arts.
A lot of the basic values that come from heavy metal are inherently countercultural and anti-conservative. Personally, I believe, like, even the act of having long hair as a man, because it's against conformity, and wearing all black, like, those are things that are against conformity, against conservatism.
Hey, 4K Chris says the fact that racism still exists in 2025 is crazy, and donating a couple dollars. It is, and also it isn't, simultaneously. It is and it isn't simultaneously. The fact that wokeism exists in 2025 is crazy. It also isn't. Neither is crazy.
What does woke mean?
What does woke mean? Yeah, honestly. Genuinely. Like, oh no, the protagonist of my fucking superhero movie isn't a big titty anime girl or a regular looking white guy. Therefore, it's woke.
My reality is shattered.
Grrr. Moose958 says Andrew is a joke and a libtard F word that I can't say. Libtards are not welcome anywhere. Fuck you, you woke ass F word. Fuck you too, you fascist fuckwad. I like this comment from Xander. The sexual tension between you two is crazy. Oh, that's funny. I'm hearting that in real time. There are only two genders. I don't care about having the gender conversation, man. It's so fucking tired. There's nothing I can say to this person that would get them to acknowledge trans or non-binary people. Who fucking cares? I can't fucking get the thing to scroll down. Come on. No. Oh, God. Ah, here we are. White power, you fucking pussy. He said it. Point blank. Point fucking blank, dog.
He pulled a Phil Anselmo.
Point fucking blank. Oh, did he mean to say white wine? Did he mean something else? Oh, man. Oh, white power. Oh. Aiden's last name says I agree with that guy, to be honest. Ooh, you picked a bad time to type that, buddy. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy! Yikes! Oh, no! Uh-oh! Ugh. Guy, Uncle Melty, not everybody you disagree with is a Nazi. Okay, but this guy specifically is. This guy specifically is. Be like, I'm a Nazi. Guys, not everyone we disagree with is a Nazi. And then they're telling you straight up they are Nazis. Oh my god. So fucking funny. So fucking funny. Some interesting. I'm gonna go fight a fat. I'm gonna go pack a fat bull, says Turquoise Shores. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. You should do that, unironically. The original Emissary 422, the GNR shirt is 1 in a million, I tell ya. Ah, yes. Okay, so I got some interesting comments. I wore a Guns N' Roses shirt, therefore my entire point is moot.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's a great point. That's my entire point is moot. I'm a hypocrite. Because Guns N' Roses wrote 1 in a million, and it's an objectively offensive song. I don't even disagree with that. I don't know. You guys are, I don't know. I don't think my point is moot. It's also just a t-shirt. I don't know. You guys are doing a great point at proving that some of y'all care way too much about fucking fashion, and then like, oh, metal isn't about fashion, and then you care very explicitly about the shirt that I'm wearing. Also, Axl Rose was on stage recently and fucking held a Palestinian flag and was like, "Free Palestine." Like, Axl Rose is a very edgy, stupid man, but, like, I don't think he's, like, I don't think he's, like, genuinely, like, a fucking bigot or, like, a piece of he's an idiot, but not a bigot, per se. That's what I feel, at least, you know? Metallica did the Heil Hitler salutes and shit like that. Motorhead, Lemmy Kilmister collected Nazi memorabilia. I don't think they're Nazis.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think at a certain point, it's just like, I think it's like what we talked about earlier. On some level, you have to accept that metal is just gonna be kind of edgy sometimes. It just is. Not defending it, I'm just making a point. Color Theory Club, they love moving a goalpost. Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. Decades Past, your video is pure bullshit and Andrew is a fucking idiot. And then just a kind of just like, I agree, because I'm Filipino. Like, okay, congrats, you're Filipino. I don't know what to do with that. Bravo. Thank you, Ditto 9455. What the hell is this? The Antifa Justin Trudeau pansy of metal? Dude, my troubled Canadian. The metal scene has had harsh stances against bigotry and fascism for a while, before you were a soup in your daddy's ballsack. No matter what group of genre of music you listen to, there will be assholes. If you have a problem with the show, let the kind lady know if you find her comments disturbing. She may be bigoted, but she still tried to reach out. And that's how you win hearts and minds one interaction at a time. Guys, can't we just get along?
Oh my God.
Can't we all just get along, even if she is a bigot? Even if the kind lady at the show who, like, looked at your black friend and said, you don't belong here, but we're gonna pretend you do. See, she compromised. Why can't you? Can't we all just get along? This is the fucking problem here. This is the fucking problem here. Everyone is supposed to make a goddamn compromise except for the pieces of fucking shits. Unfucking believable. Focus on the music making connections. Blah, blah, blah. Metal's a family. Metal's a family, but, you know.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Also, let me guess, you support the pro-Palestine movement, which is an offset of the actual Nazi ideology. No, it fucking isn't.
God, you're an idiot.
No, it isn't, and we do not have the time today to go into the deep history as to why that isn't the fucking case.
Yeah, like, no, you're just wrong. You're just blatantly wrong.
This same person, Elmo the Fuzzle, says absolute cringe, metal has nothing to do with identity politics. You had no problem doing identity politics a moment ago. You support the pro-Palestine movement, which is Nazi shit.
Yeah.
Pick a lane. Which is it? Metal has nothing to do with identity politics, or I love identity politics. Which one is it, dog? Which one is it? It can't be both. It cannot be fucking both. I already know this next comment is someone joking around, so we're gonna ignore it. It said someone like, you're an idiot, you're an elitist, you're a poser, you're a soy boy, and just hoping to get in like a drinking game video. I guess they won. Oh boy. Maybe the real metal were the friends we made along the way. Yeah, definitely. Maybe we are some kind of screaming for vengeance. Oh, man. Yeah, this is a great comment here. Darkside Dis Senpai? I don't know. I think that's what it says. There's a difference between SOD being offensive for the sake of being offensive and edgy versus a band like Argosolent or JB Key who actively believe and spread racist rhetoric. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Great point. It's worth noting in the case of SOD specifically, that was them, like, very much just being like you had a lot of like right-wingers and racists embrace that music, and like the guys in SOD were actively laughing the whole fucking time and being like, oh my god, they fucking fell for it.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Holy fucking, like, ironically, the original lead singer of Stormtroopers of Death, SOD, went on to actually become one of those right-wing doofuses as well. But, like, the rest of them, like Scott Ian and shit, like, they don't, like, they had Mike Patton do, like a SOD thing, I think, on the last Mr. Bungle record, because Scott Ian was on that as well, where they did Speak English or Die. I don't know. I think that record's great. I think it's the ultimate fucking smack in the face to a community that ironically fucking embraces it so fucking hard. Bobby Bobbinson, anti-white thralls at it again. Yes, totally, dog. Calling out racism means you're anti-white. Totally, dog. Totally, dog. I'm high-functioning autistic, and I'll say I've been getting super into the metal scene. Drumming is a passion I'm set on as of now, but on topic, these people are losers. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. How you doing, Anna?
Good.
Padden Fane says, and sorry, but whenever you include your guys, gals, and non-binary pals intro, yes, it does trigger a percentage of your viewers to most likely at least roll your eyes for a reason. Why do you think it is? Because even if I'm personally not one of them, that legit offends viewers who are conservative-leaning. They have a right to exist and express themselves too, like yourself. You know who else has a right to exist and express themselves? Queer people.
Maybe they should stop being such whiny little bitches.
Like, I frankly don't care if acknowledging that trans and non-binary people exist. I don't care if that offends people. I have people I love in my life who are trans and or non-binary. I don't fucking care if that bothers you. I don't... If your political ideology is hurt or fractured because a group of people exists, then that's kind of a you problem. That's not a me problem. That's not a them problem. That's a you problem. Straight up. Straight the fuck up, dog.
Honestly, it's just pussy shit.
Honestly, a little bit. Like, straight up. I just think it's... I just think that's a bad way of looking at it. It hurts my fifis. I don't know. I'm supposed to put up with Nazis existing, but God forbid I remind you that a trans person exists.
Yeah.
So fucking funny, dog. So stupid. Man, there's a lot of comments. Maneki Neko 1972 says, leftists seem to have a simple rule. If white people bad, they agree with it. Way to go, man. Totally, dog. That's definitely exactly what I fucking said. That's definitely exactly what I fucking said. What the fuck? Rhyme Signatures. Uncle Melty the Ally is based. What up, Rhyme Signatures? How you doing? This is another great YouTuber, y'all, in the chat. This guy focuses a lot on, like, weird, progressive, experimental alt music and shit, and y'all should definitely check out his content. He's awesome. How you doing, Anna?
Good.
Oh, I smell pizza. I want pizza.
Yeah.
I want pizza now.
Should be done in like 10 minutes, I think. Should be done in 10 minutes.
Hell yeah. Man, there's so many fucking comments. There's a few specifically I still want to address. Like, a few specifically. Neither here nor there, but shouldn't the words ableist be pronounced ableist? Ableist looks like it should be pronounced ableist. Drives me nuts every time I see it. I don't know, nor do I care. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have a little more. And then I think I might cut myself off for drinks. More white rum, more Arnold Palmer mix. There we go. This shit really is strong. We got this from... Oh, God, what's the name of that guy we met in Port Dover?
Wait, the rum?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he was a migrant worker from Jamaica, and he lives up in Port Dover now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know his name now. Yeah.
Donnie? He had like a weirdly white name. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Like, he's Jamaican though. Fucking nice guy. Shout out to him. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. Cool guy. We'll probably see him next time we're in Port Dover. Hey, Mr. Meltdown, just got here from school. Didn't know there was going to be a stream tonight. Looks pretty wild. I ought to restart this stream. Yeah, this was very spur of the moment because I didn't have time to fucking really actually put something together. Soundgarden Soldier in the comment section here. All kinds of shit. Just, I'm not even gonna bother dissecting all the shit he says, man. It's basically just like, you're gay, you're bad, you're a hypocrite, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. And being like, lol, you guys are so mad, you're so this. Like, the amount of comments that specific person has left overall on this channel in the past week is almost on par with the aforementioned Bobby Bottinson. Nox Wotan says, total F-word death. Total F-word death, Anna. And there's a straight-up Nazi rune in their profile picture.
Good for them.
Straight up. But hey, guys, that's fine. He can say that, and I'm just supposed to suck it up and, like, deal with it.
Yeah,
I'm just making shit up. I'm just exaggerating things.
We can't say non-binary pals because it hurts their feelings.
Wah wah. This guy is cringe and shit, what a double standard. I hope you cringe harder. I hope you cringe harder watching my content. Unless you're referring to the actual comment, in which case, continue to cringe. I don't know, either way. I can't tell who specifically you're referring to, but if you're referring to me, cringe harder.
Meet Canyon dressed up as that clown from Spawn.
Oh, I don't remember his fucking name, but I know who you're talking about. DC Mountain 86 says, are you a top or a bottom? Whichever one you like, baby. Whichever one makes you feel better. That shit took me out, says Odo the Doll. Odo the Doll, am I reading that right? Rowan the Bear says, hey, Melty, how's it going? Back to the point, I see there's some kind of popularity contest for who's the biggest nut job of the internet for posting nonsensical, cringy comments. Dumb people. Yeah, I do. On some level, it does start to read like, oh my god. We're all fucking... we're trying. I'm referring to my name, dude. You totally missed the joke. I guess I did. All right. I'll take a genuine L on my part. Genuine L on my part. I am man enough to admit when I fuck up as well. I've had a bit to drink. I misread the tone of that comment. Carry on, good fella. We Gucci. We all good and fine and great. What a fucked up world we live in where fuck Nazis upsets half the population. Holy shit, the comments here. The metal scene is full of shitty people. Yeah, I think it's honestly insane that there's genuinely this much fucking outrage over, like, this. Like, this should not be this fucking controversial, but it is. Because a lot of people take things deeply fucking personally. And, they just don't know how to fucking cope and manage. Like, straight the fuck up. They just fucking don't. The F word is fuck, bruv. No, the other F word. The one that's a homophobic slur. The one that if I say, I'm actually gonna get in genuine fucking trouble. Like, come on. Come on. Here's one. Cat Shades, Andrew's facial expression could be high expectation Asian father. So, once again, you're doing a great job at proving some of the points that Andrew was making in that original video. Straight up. Because, like, straight up laying out into stereotypes. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking dumb. We're starting to catch up to some of the good fucking comments. We're making some good fucking progress here, too. Being a trans woman in the metal community is nerve-wracking. Oh, excuse me. Because every metalhead you come across, you have to do a background check to make sure they're not a raging bigot. And in comes Moose 9858 going, you are a man, not a woman. Doing a great job at proving why Chaos has to do what she does. Doing a great job at that. Doing a great fucking job. Metal is so welcoming, but also, you're a man!
Yeah.
Not a woman! Ah! You don't exist! Ah! Ah! My first band only wanted me in the band because I'm black and they needed a bass player. They never outright said it, but it was pretty obvious they were hella racist, too. Oh my god. Yes. So, straight up, playing into stereotypes. Someone's gonna come in and say, that didn't actually happen. You're exaggerating.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. So fucking stupid, dog. Some of these fucking people sometimes, man. Saying you're lucky to not be a person of color is racist. Have a nice day and hail Satan, you fucking cuck. That's not at all what I said. That's not at all what I said, you fucking ding-dong. And I know that that's not what I said because this person posted what I said and then tried to twist my words further.
Y'all just have selective hearing. It's crazy.
They respond, quoting me, I am coming from a position of absolute privilege here. I'm a very fucking lucky human being. This implies living in the USA, as all other types of people previously stated would be a disadvantage, which essentially is saying that all people who are not white are victims, which is very belittling and automatically categorizes people who are not white into a different realm than you. Why are you a lucky human being again? I love this response from CoughDrop77 saying, fucking damn it, you're so close to getting what white privilege is. Then that's the funny thing. This person is so close to understanding why I said what I said. But instead of going like, oh, that's what white privilege is. That's what you mean. They're going, actually, you're the racist. You're the problem. So fucking funny. John Hutchins, it's amazing in 2025 we still have to have this discourse, but here we are. Well said, Uncle Melty. Also, how the fuck are Nazis a thing again? Right. And I said, and I quote, because people didn't have the guts to actually stomp them out. Xander says, nice man, instigate some political violence behind your curved screen, crust-ridden monitor.
Yeah.
Guys, what's with all this political violence? The Nazis just want to kill us all.
I know.
And oppress you. It's just a differing political belief, dog. I don't know. I mean, it's a very simple fact. There used to be a time when Americans used to love the idea of killing Nazis.
Yeah.
They glorified themselves. They were the country that beat the Nazis. And now it's like, whoa, man. Whoa. You don't want Nazis in your space? Ooh, man, you're advocating political violence. Like, and it's also literally true. Like, the Nazis fled Nazi Germany, and they went to they worked for fucking NASA, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same fucking reason that people love the Confederacy years and years later, even though it's literally been like 200 fucking years. Because they weren't fucking actually dealt with. And instead it was like, oh, all this Confederate fucking sympathy, and we just allowed it to fester and fucking grow. Like,
It should not be controversial to say that.
would you say the same thing to like a fucking actual Nazi coming in and saying doing actual political violence? Because I'm willing to fucking bet you wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm willing to fucking bet you wouldn't. The entire Nazi ideology is political violence. The entire fucking one. I am not required to defend it because it's a differing political belief. It isn't. It's just violence. It's pure violence. It is the most violent. Statistically. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about? Historically.
It's like, no, people who want me dead for not being white enough should not fucking exist.
It's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it just is. It just fucking is. I mean, sure, yeah, I don't want Nazis in my metal scene, therefore I'm advocating for political violence. Totally, dog. Scale it back! He's a crybaby. Whining exposes weaknesses. Weakness doesn't belong in metal. Yeah, nothing says weakness quite like taking a stand against white supremacy. Get fucking bent. Scale it back. This is the same guy, by the way, who within minutes, like hours, within Trevor Strand from the Black Dahlia Murder committing suicide, made a video, and he basically talked about how it was actually awesome that Trevor killed himself because Black Dahlia Murder was a fake gay metal band or whatever. Y'all remember that? I do. I remember that. I remember that 110 fucking %. This guy is one of the biggest fucking snobs and elitists on the goddamn fucking planet. Fuck Scale It Back. He sucks. He fucking sucks so fucking bad. Thank you. I'm gonna have some pizza. I got pizza. How's everybody else doing? Up here.
Their kind of frozen pizza is so good.
Yeah, it's not bad, actually. Edward Edwards, Melty is so butthurt by B. Bobinson's vids that he mentioned him in his channel. Yeah, and you're Bobby Bobinson in disguise, and you're just trying to create and provoke more outrage for your shitty channel. You don't have brains. You have nothing original or unique to offer or say to the world. You are everything wrong with society and the planet. Oop, I dropped my little pizza. Very good pizza.
Right?
Very good pizza. In the immortal word lyrics of Woody Guthrie, tear the fascist down. Nowadays, he'd be considered a fucking... Oh my god, he's so mean for saying that!
Yeah, he's promoting political violence.
Oh my god! How dare he? Why can't you just accept that people disagree with you? Oh my god! Ah! He's anti-fascist! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! He said no one should care about Trevor's death because Black Dahlia Murder were fake and gay and metal, and if he killed him, clearly no one cared about him. Opposite of brain dead. What? Opposite of big brain takes. Whoa, I misread that. I was about... Oh, man! Whew! Oh, my God. I nearly misread the shit out of that fucking comment. Okay, I remember there was an interesting... Here's an interesting comment from someone called You've Got My Song. Leftists are actually anti-human, so you have it the other way around. He can always go home to his country and be surrounded by his people. My country was founded by people who look like me and have always spoken my language. Go cry about it. Cry about it is apparently your choice. The gulags cannot be built fast enough.
Yeah,
This man is talking about putting people who disagree with him politically in a fucking gulag.
yeah,
He
and
said
then
it.
says leftists
He
are
said it.
anti-human.
I'm anti-human, but he's awesome. He said it right there, y'all. Right fucking there. He said it. Plain fucking English. Can't we just agree to disagree? Can't we just find some kind of compromise? Why on earth should I find a compromise with somebody who thinks I'm anti-human and thinks I should be thrown in a fucking gulag? Tell me why. Why? These people are fucking bigots and psychopaths. I will not fucking compromise with them. I will not agree to disagree. Well, they just have different political beliefs. They're shit. Fuck them. And yes, rest in peace, Trevor, on that note. These people genuinely believe that Manifest Destiny was a good thing. Yes, they do. They absolutely fucking do. For God's sakes, when Trump won, he was like, we're gonna get our Manifest Destiny again. We're gonna conquer Greenland.
Yeah.
We're gonna conquer Canada. We're gonna nuke Venezuela. We're gonna put condos and luxury hotels all across Gaza. Like, that's it, right there. Oh yeah. People are so fucking stupid sometimes. Holy fucking shit. Rest in peace, Trevor, and rot in piss, Ian Watkins. Hell yeah. All the fucking way, dog. All the fucking way. Just another guilty white liberal. Everything's racist. That's right. Everything's racist. I'm just a guilty white liberal. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, everything is kind of racist.
As a Canadian, I buy as much Canadian as possible. Trump can go to hell. Yeah, I only buy Canadian. I only buy Canadian. Fuck that dude. What are your thoughts on Mudvayne, out of curiosity? I don't give a shit. I never liked Mudvayne. I never liked him. Not my cup of tea.
Divorce dad shit.
Yeah, a little bit, honestly. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of, like, that kind of... I'm not really a huge fan of, like, that kind of, like, 90s new metal, alt metal kind of shit in general. Like, I don't care about Cold Chamber. I don't like Kitty. I fucking hate Limp Bizkit. I like some stuff from Korn. I like a lot of stuff from Slipknot and Deftones, but that's kinda it. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to find, there was one, I guess I must have missed some weird comment. I don't fucking know. But Berber Dang. Yeah, just Berber Dang. Like, I don't know. I don't really get it. I don't understand the appeal. I'm not gonna at this fucking point. Mr. Silver 27, great episode, but I wanted you to talk smack about that hack Wyatt Metal who talked in bad faith. I got a bunch of these comments. There's nothing to be gained from real conversation with these fucking folks. There's just nothing. So, fuck, I don't know, fuck them. Whatever. I saw a guy crashing out about this on Instagram saying Andrew Lee is a Chinese communist spy and that Metal Threat just happened to have some NS bands. Yeah. Andrew Lee's a...
That is one of the most
Facts and logic.
Ever. Like, you think he's a fucking communist Chinese spy because he's Chinese? It's fucking wild.
Absurdly racist, and once again doing a great job at proving why Andrew Lee made that fucking video. Doing a great fucking job. These people genuinely do not see how fucking ridiculous they fucking sound. Like, they genuinely think, like, oh, I'm awesome. Everything I say is awesome and great. Ugh. Who made the left the objective compass for morality? You're not as smart as you think you are, Melty. You clearly don't look into anything from the opposing side. Right now, the opposing side is telling me that I should be thrown in a gulag. Right now, the opposing side is telling me that, like, they're straight up... We've read comments straight up that are just white power and fucking I'm a Nazi all fucking day. What am I supposed to see? What am I supposed... Why is it on me to compromise? I've never... I don't know. Straight up. Like, straight the fuck up. I have no issue with fucking conservatives. But the problem is, a lot of people now aren't just conservative. There's a growing faction of the right that is blatantly, explicitly, openly fascist. And they are white supremacists and they are Nazis. And they are telling us in this comment section. Why do I have to try to look at things from their point of view? Why do I have to try to reason with them? They won't reason with me. They want me thrown in a gulag. They just fucking said so. Like, at a certain point, we have to stop this, oh, we just need to... At a certain point, you need to just accept that... God, I don't even know how to put it. I really don't.
Like...
I don't know how to put it. Like, what do I gain from trying to understand them? Would you say the same to them, out of curiosity? Would you go to them and be like, you need to see things from their point of view? You need to try to understand and sympathize with them? Out of curiosity, would you? Have you? I'm not sure you would. Just based on this right here. I have an issue with conservatives raises hands. Look, there's a lot of stuff that I vehemently disagree with when it comes to your average conservative. But that doesn't mean I hate you for disagreeing with me, contrary to popular belief. I hate bigots and assholes. If you happen to be conservative while being a bigot and an asshole, that's on you. They're like, straight up. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to try to reason with a fucking fascist, with a fucking bigot. I don't care. I just don't care. Cope. Where's Spud? No, I want to bring him over here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There was a good comment that I want to address. A really good comment. Where is it? Where is it? God damn it, where'd it go? There was a really good comment here. Laminated 343. I'll hear the conservatives out when they respect my rights and freedoms while not ruining our lives. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
Period. Right fucking there, dog. God, there was a really good fucking comment here a second ago. Did it get deleted? Am I not seeing it? Here it is. Like Vice President Vance saying they were just kidding around, no reason to ruin their lives for a joke. Yeah, the same man who went on Turning Point USA and said we need to make sure every fucking person who didn't like Charlie Kirk loses their fucking job is like, well, hold on. The guys who said I love Hitler shouldn't lose their job. They're just jokes. They're just jokes, dog. They're just joking around. And even if they aren't, agree to disagree. I don't, like, the hypocrisy of this faction of right-wing ghouls is unbelievable. Unbelievable. X-Graltz, hey man, I'm an American that lives in South America. Would you say that the situation only happens in North America? I mean, I don't know. I hope not. I hope it is. I hope this is something that is contained only to the United States of America. That only is contained to North America. But I don't know. I don't have the information for that. I do know that there's a lot of xenophobia in Europe, in certain parts of Europe. But I mean, I don't have the knowledge nor the soberness to really comment on like what's really happening broadly. So I don't think I'm the guy you want to talk to about that right now. I would love to believe that this is just a thing that's in North America, though. I would love that. With all my heart, I would. Sick New World is getting announced tomorrow. Creaming myself in excitement. I don't care, man. I don't know. It seems like a very poorly organized festival. I mean, they had to fucking turn it out they had to fucking cancel it like last minute fucking last year because there was so much fucking bullshit with that fucking festival. I don't know. I feel like we're starting to reach the end of all the comments that I want to address, which is good. I mean, more comments from, like, Nox Wotan, who's just, like, emojis and shit. How you doing, Anna?
I'm good.
Didn't Sick New World cancel last year? Yes, they did. It's fucking, I don't know the exact details, no one does, but I think it was just, like, bad organization, and I think the festival was also just too big for its own good. Like, it was just so much. Player Oko says, I don't know, I just listen for the music. I like this comment from Madeline Burnhope in response. I'm glad that life allows you that privilege. Because it is a privilege at a certain point. I don't know, man. Like, I don't, just, like, you can listen to somebody be like, yeah, I'm a fucking Nazi, and you're just like, well, I just like the music. I just like the music. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing ever matters, ever. Oy, oy, oy. How you doing, Anna?
I'm gonna go chill on the bed.
Go for it. Have fun. Using this comment section to plug the anonymous LGBTQ activist hardcore band, the Hers Collective, because they fucking rule. Check them out. Yes, they do. I love Hers Collective. They're fucking great. They kick serious ass. I think we're... Islamophobia isn't a thing, says Scale It Back. Is Christophobia a thing? I thought metal was about iconoclasm. Islamophobia isn't a thing, says Scale It Back. What a fucking moron. Guys, it's not real. Oy, oy, oy. Jared86 says, I can't wait to play Ghost of Yote. It looks awesome. It looks so fucking fun. It looks really cool. A lot of comments are starting to repeat. I think it's YouTube glitching out a little bit. Saw Acid Bath live with High on Fire and Windhand. They were sick. That is a pretty cool lineup. Acid Bath was in Toronto pretty recently, but I felt the tickets were a little too expensive. And I didn't really want to book a night off work for it either. I think it's just in North America because, however, I've even had xenophobic comments in North America. Do you think people are just pent up and don't know what to do anymore? There's a little bit of truth to that. I think a lot of people are very frustrated because the reality of modern life is very hard and difficult and upsetting, and they don't know where to put that frustration. And there are a lot of people who will give them a quick, easy answer and go, the problem is immigrants. The problem is Mexicans. The problem is drag queens and trans people. The problem is the fucking liberals. The problem is these people of color who are coming to take your jobs. Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. It's a simple, easy answer, and it resonates with people because it gives them something, it gives them some kind of outlet. And, you know, these people make these points and these arguments with a lot of passion and a lot of enthusiasm, and it fires people up. Because it's always easier to just find a scapegoat or an easy answer than it is to, like, think critically and, like, really look at why things are the way they are. Like, nobody wants to have a conversation about why the United States is the country that it is, about why fascism is on the rise consistently across the world. They want to go, well, the immigrant took my job, because that's easier. And that does a better job at immediately addressing the concerns that day-to-day people consistently have. Anyone here have dogs? My family's got a German Shepherd. I do not have a dog. Wish I did, though. Malilum says, nobody hates metal fandom more than the metal fandom. Yes, totally, dog. Talking about the issues that the metal scene has is definitely a sign that we all hate metal. We're just getting into very tired talking points. Like, people aren't even really trying to... This is the thing. We have people not even really trying to engage with any of the fucking arguments. It's just like, well, you hate metal. You're gay. You're this. Metal isn't racist because a black person exists. I don't know. Let's have a conversation. And then proceeds to not have a conversation. An account by the name of Save Europe says, bad luck. Oh, yeah.
That's how I know.
Bad luck. All the other races come to white countries. Whites are about to become a minority in some countries, and then they start to complain. White kids are already a minority in the United States. Don't come to our countries in the first place. What if we settled in other countries in insane numbers and made the natives a minority? White supremacy, what a freaking joke. Would it be black supremacy if Africa opposed mass migration from Europe? Is the metal meltdown an unhinged leftist? First off, yes, I am. Second, this funny thing about, like, oh, what if we settled in other countries in insane numbers and made the natives a minority? That is literally what happened in the United States of America. European settlers came over from France, England, Spain, settled all across North America, and made the native populations a minority consistently everywhere.
Don't forget Africa.
Oh my god, yeah, fucking grabbing people, yeah, like fucking, what was it, Belgium and Denmark?
No, the Belgians. The Belgians in South Africa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like white apartheid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are we fucking talking about? White people do this all the fucking time. White people do this. White people famously did this. All the fucking goddamn time. Also, this is straight fucking up white supremacist rhetoric. The right literally want to have this conversation here. Do you not watch debates? I rarely ever see the left win a debate. Destiny was probably the left's best debater, and he gets destroyed regularly. I don't know. I don't think... Do you really think Save Europe wants to have a conversation here? He says he does, but I don't think he does. He has already decided where he stands. There is nothing This is the problem. I said this earlier in the live stream. I'll say it again. I don't think anything is gained from debating these types of people. For either side. Neither liberals nor conservatives gain anything from engaging in these fucking debates. And honestly, calling Destiny the left's best debater, like, no, he's a fucking creep, and he's hyper fucking emotive, and he just yaps on and on. He's not even really a leftist, like, not at all. Like, he's just kind of like a classic American liberal, like, just straight up. He just seems really obnoxious too. I don't know. I didn't really engage much with Save Europe, and he's like, oh, well, you're ignoring me, so I win the argument. It's like, not really. There's no argument to win. And you would have had that same mentality if we had actually had a conversation, so... Whatever, dog. I don't know. I think that's it. We went through went through a lot of the comments for like 2 hours. Holy shit. Dexy Betrayal, Destiny is just Hassan with a couple more brain cells. Nah, I think Hassan is genuinely a pretty intelligent guy. I understand a lot of people don't like Hassan. He's got a few controversies here and there. Like, there's this whole thing now about, like, how he apparently is an animal abuser. And he very clearly and calmly explained that he isn't. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely things I disagree with Hassan on, but I think Destiny's way fucking dumber. Destiny just he flies off the handle so fucking quick, too. Like,
he's also a raging Zionist.
Oh my god, yeah, like, the #1 Zionist. Like, holy fucking shit. I don't know, I never liked Destiny. I remember getting some clips here and there where it was like, oh, well, on surface level, it's like he seems like a pretty decent guy, but then you do a little research and you're like, oh, he sucks, actually. Hassan is intelligent. Now, that is a hot take. It probably is, but I don't really care. I don't think he's this, like, monster that everyone paints him out to be. Hassan is obviously a grifter. I disagree with that. I don't think he's a grifter at all. Frankly, it's very hard to be a grifter on the left, because leftists and liberals do a lot of purity politics and shit, and they're always looking for authentic voices, and when they find you're not an authentic voice, they fucking throw you the fuck out. Like, look at how quickly John Fetterman was rejected when he suddenly turned more to, like, the center-right. You know what I mean? On the right, however, it's very easy to be a grifter. Like, I could rebrand the channel tomorrow and just be like, them damn wokes are ruining metal! And, like, immediately, money, money, money. Like, it's way easier to be a grifter on the right because they just kind of want to hear what they want to hear. Like, they want to hear somebody tell them the things that they already feel deep down inside. Like, I don't know, like, Tim Pool's a good example of a fucking grifter. Like, he has actively taken money from the Russian government to spread Russian propaganda. He claims to be anti-war, but he absolutely supports ongoing war in the United States and all over the world. Like, that is a grifter. Like, that to me. Super Striker, Hassan isn't a grifter, Tim Pool is, though. And I want to be clear, this is not me defending everything that Hassan has ever said ever, because he's definitely made some comments that were a little, like, out of fucking pocket and fucked up. But, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't fundamentally think he's, like, evil or awful. What's your take on Dean Withers, Melty? I don't remember who that is off the top of my head, so I don't think I can comment. I don't know what in the yap Hassan has done in the past, but there's lots of evidence Hassan was being an animal abuser and lying about it. I'm not going to engage with that. He's already debunked that. If you want to believe he's an animal abuser, we're not going to go there. You know, you've made up your mind. Vosh was my go-to lefty streamer until he said weird stuff about possession of cheese pizza and accidentally shoved it on his stream. What? Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember this incident now. You're saying cheese pizza instead of the other thing because the other thing is fucked up. Yeah, Vosh is weird and gross. Yeah. He's weird. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Michael Watkins, Bad Brains are not homophobes. HR spent a lot of time in Lexington, Kentucky among the underground scene, and he's always been considered an ally to those people. They're homophobes. That's news to me. Okay, that was way, way earlier on in the stream, but it's nice to hear. Because someone said that earlier, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Dean is that anti-Trump supporter who cried about Kirk being shot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember him now. I I don't know. He seems fine. He seems very passionate and very fired up. I don't know. I don't really have much of a strong opinion about him. I'm not defending Save Europe. You're using him to talk about the entire right. That's crazy. I'm not using him to talk about the entire right. I'm using him to talk about assholes and bigots who are here in the comment section telling me that they are fucking Nazis, who are telling me that they are white supremacists. Also saying the right hear what they want to hear is insane. This is what I hear from the left daily. They do, though. They do. And when they don't hear what they want to hear from the right, they freak the fuck out because they just want to hear what they want to hear. Look, I don't disagree that there's a lot of fucking liberals that just want to hear what they want to hear, but I think it's way more prominent on the fucking right. There's an entire, like, the right-wing media ecosystem and news apparatus and, like, all these right-wing influencers and streamers, like, there's so much fucking money behind that. There is nothing like that at all on the left. There's nothing. The closest thing you have is maybe something like the Majority Report. Maybe. But that's it. Like, you have, there's so much fucking more on the other side. Like, just objectively, there is. This is good pizza. It's gone cold, though. I watched Vosh a while back, and then found out about his whole thing unsubbed. Still got some bits for him for a while. Yeah, he's fucked up. Vosh is just weird. I don't trust anyone who tries to justify the existence of CP. I don't trust that. You're automatically fucking gross. All right, how's everybody doing? Yeah, very interesting stream. Very informative. Very cool. What's everybody up to? What's going on now? We're gonna keep this going for a little bit because I'm having fun just talking to y'all and hanging out. But we pretty much read the rest of the comments. Maybe with that in mind, I'll do this real quick. Oh, there we go. Hey! It's me. I'm on the big screen now. What up? I'm crossing my legs and getting a little more comfortable. Hello. What's up? What's going on, y'all? Gain below. Oh, fuck. I can't even fucking read. Gain below. I'm in endometriosis hell. I could probably make DSBM out of it. Thanks for acting. Holy shit. Fucking go for it. That sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of wild. Chainsawing a man. I don't know. Hassan isn't a grifter, but he's someone that people shouldn't be worshipping. I don't think people should worship anyone. I agree with you on that. I'm not talking worship. I'm just talking, like, I don't think he's, like, a fundamentally awful person. I don't know. The Jester779, yo Melty, doesn't Finn McKenty count as a grifter? Yes, he absolutely does. He absolutely does, because he actively profited off of a genre that by his own admission, he did not fucking care about. He actively profited off of a genre and culture that he, by his own admission, never cared about. He was only in it for the money. That is a great example of a fucking grifter. Amazing example. Most of the mainstream breadtube is/was a bunch of spineless grifters just putting on a show. I prefer the heavyweights like Bad Empanada, Signal, or Second Thought. I don't really know a lot of those fucking names. But yeah, I don't even really know what breadtube means. Anna, what is breadtube?
It's like a leftist YouTube side. It's the leftist side of YouTube.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Huh. Why breadtube? Why the name breadtube?
It's because it references a book. I can't remember which book, but it's a reference of a book.
Huh.
So, yeah.
I'm learning new things today. Look at that. It's a really fucking funny comment. I wonder what Varg has to say to this conversation. But what do you think?
Oh, it references a book from a Russian anarchist named The Conquest of Bread.
Huh.
It's a very
neat,
popular leftist book.
I'd never heard of it. Honest to God. Because we did see, I did see a couple comments. It was like, oh god, Uncle Melty's doing bread tube shit, and I was just like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that fucking is, dog.
It used to be so big at a certain point, but like after like 2016, a lot of shit happened, and a lot of people like fell off.
Gainbula says, why has nobody made a metal album called Conquest of Bread yet? Hell, I want that as a Primus album. That would be fucking cool as hell. Chainsawing a Man, Melty, I thank you for blessing my ears. Listen to Job for a Cowboy's 2005 EP Doom, and oh my god, it's good modern-ish death metal. It's a classic EP. Like, it has this very raw, kind of sloppy charm to it that I really fucking enjoy. It's fucking great. Classic EP. Metal Meltdown, you should check out the Saint Anger cover called Saint Banger. I think it's awesome. No, I'm not checking out anything related to Saint Anger. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. M-Dragon, I am jealous of how not terminally online you are, Uncle Melty. That's, I mean, it's funny you say that, because there are absolutely people who would argue I am the most terminally online. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I think I'm way more terminally online than you.
You definitely are. You are definitely way more terminally online. I don't know if I really am. I think I just do shit and it happens to be online. And I happen to upload a lot. And I don't know. I don't know. Random question. Which albums are you planning to review next? Probably Awoken. And then there's new Soulfly and Acacia Strain coming out. Next week there's the new Despised Icon. And after that, I don't know. November is usually where album releases really fucking start to slow down. So I don't know what I'm really reviewing next week. Or be in November. But yeah. Oh. To be honest, I'll probably start putting together like a top 10 of sorts. I mean, we won't actually make that video or have that conversation until maybe early December at the fucking earliest. But, you know, we're more or less kind of in that fucking... that kind of time frame. A Punk Dragon. Yo, Uncle Melty, I wanted to ask you earlier, I was thinking about your vid on The Lion's Daughter and was curious about your thoughts on Blackened Sludge more broadly. I like Blackened Sludge. I think both genres, you know, they're very, like, misanthropic and they thrive on misery and chaos and very heavy darkness and emotion. And I think it's kind of a natural combo. Like it's like peanut butter and jelly, chicken and waffles. You know what I mean? It just boom works together so well. Meltdown, you should trust me. Saint Banger is good. Songs are shorter. The snare isn't a beer keg, and there are solos. I don't know. I don't want to. I just don't. I just don't. I don't know how else to put it. I'm happy you enjoyed it. I'm very happy for you. Michael Evanescent says, there were so many releases this past Friday. It's like everyone's trying to dump their stock before November. Don't know if that was the case for metal specifically, though. Yeah, I mean, this, like, September, October is, like, almost always the busiest time of the year for, like, big album releases. And part of the reason why they do that, there's usually big album releases, like, kind of right at the beginning of summer, too, because they want to spend the next season going on tour. You know? They want to go on tour right away. And in the case of this time of year, they want the album out so they can promote it so people will buy it for Christmas, because that's when people typically spend a lot of fucking money on Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit like that. Chainsawing a Man says, do you think Megadeth has been using AI in their announcement for retirement and their singles that came out? Because low-key, I'm disappointed if they've used AI. They have used AI. It's pretty clear as day, and it is very, very disappointing. For Megadeth of all bands to use AI, it's fucking crazy. It's almost heartbreaking, one would say. But at the same time, it's like Dave Mustaine's kind of become a weird guy as he's gotten older. He was definitely more weird and more like intense in like the early 2010s. But in general, you know, Dave Mustaine, you either take it or leave it, you know? Are you excited for the new Megadeth? Not really. I don't expect anything really at all from that Megadeth album. Megadeth are well past their prime, and quite frankly, they've had a track record of being pretty inconsistent. Like, one album is great, and then the next is whatever, and then 2 or 3 albums are great, and the next 2 or 3 are like, who gives a fuck? I wasn't a huge fan of Dystopia. I thought the one that came after, Sick, Dying, and Dead, was better, but I haven't really returned to it. I don't really expect Dave Mustaine, at like what, like in his early mid 60s maybe at this point. I don't expect him to be firing on all cylinders at this fucking point. I just don't. So I don't really have high hopes for the album, and that's it. That's it, really. Valerie the Bat, Dave Mustaine with Alex Jones was really cursed. I forgot about that. That was fucking weird. If I remember correctly, even the name of the album Endgame, I think that came from like him being like really into InfoWars at the time and shit like that. Logan Crusan 6336 says, ranking every Children of Bodom album, I don't really see the point. A lot of them are kind of the same at a certain point. I just feel like I would be repeating myself. They're all like really fucking good. I don't know. That doesn't seem really interesting to me, to be honest. I'm trying to stay away from doing more of those types of videos anyway, because contrary to what y'all like to tell me, they don't do very well. Like, they don't do as well as they used to do. So we're kind of moving away, in general, from doing, like, those reviewing every album type videos. Martin H. Roch says they're still more consistent for Metallica, who hasn't really done anything remarkable for almost 40 years. I disagree with that. I think Metallica is way more consistent, especially post-Death Magnetic. They have issues, don't get me wrong. Like, most of their modern albums suffer from having a lot of bloat. They suffer from having a lot of filler. Metallica is a band that very consistently wants to have a lot of long songs, and every single riff and every idea they have, they put it on an album. And then they just don't listen to any kind of criticism whatsoever. But I mean, if I'm looking at everything they've done since like the early 90s, I think Metallica has a way more consistent discography, even with the mega fucking stinkers in that discography. Like Death Magnetic, even with the awful production and the bloated songs, I think there's still good material on there. Same thing with Hardwired and 72 Seasons. Like, there's a lot of bloat, but there's also still a lot of good material. And, I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I don't even think Lulu is that bad. I think it got a lot of shit, because for some reason, a lot of people were somehow expecting that, like, a Lou Reed Metallica collab album was going to be Master of Puppets 2.0. There's definitely some stupid fucking shit on that album. Don't twist my words. But I'll take it over Saint Anger any day of the fucking week. And even Saint Anger, at least I can say it's a genuine album, and it's coming from a place of, like, sincerity. And I can't really say that for something like The World Needs a Hero, which just, I don't know, it just feels like they just crapped it out. Same thing with The System Has Failed. 13 is really more like a compilation album, because all the songs on 13, most of them are B-sides or songs that had already been released. Like, there was that song, Never Surrender, I think it was called. There was one song specifically, Sudden Death, that's what it was called. It was included in, like, a Guitar Hero game, and there was another song that was taken from some other fucking video game that, like, nobody fucking played, like, at all. And it was a lot of songs that had been B-sides and old demos and unreleased tracks that were touched up. Like, 13 it's a compilation album, straight up. And then Super Collider is like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, that, ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Metallica got to a point where they can do whatever they want and take full advantage of that. Yeah, honestly, like, I don't love everything they've done over the course of the past 30, 40 years, but, like, it is unapologetically super genuine, like, all the way fucking through. And they've taken bigger risks than most other thrash metal bands and most other metal bands. Like, it is a big risk to do a collab album with Lou Reed. It is a big risk to do multiple live albums with a whole fucking symphony orchestra behind you. It is a huge risk to do music videos for every song on your album, but they did that with Hardwired to Self-Destruct. It's a huge risk to perform with artists like Lang Lang and Lady Gaga and shit like that, and they've done that, and they've had no problem with it. Like, they've taken bigger risks consistently across the board. A Punk Dragon, Uncle Melty, are you looking forward to the new Primitive Man album on Halloween? Maybe. I've gone back and forth on Primitive Man over the years. I used to really hate them, but they've grown on me more and more as time has gone on. What I am looking forward to is Despised Icon, because it's been a while since they dropped a proper fucking album. And I mean, they're like the OGs of like 2000s deathcore, classic fucking band. I'm really pumped for whatever they drop next. So yeah. Well, they risk because they are millionaires. They can afford to take risk. There's an element of truth to that. I mean, they're at a point in their life where they can afford to take the hit. And they know that no matter how bad the next album is, no matter how it's received, people are still going to buy it. People are still going to show up. And even if they don't, like, the Black Album still sells 5,000 copies every fucking week. It is one of the best-selling... It is the best-selling rock album, maybe, of all time. It's certainly the best-selling metal album. Like, it's they're an extremely successful, popular band. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Like, when it's like, oh, I can't believe they put fucking Master Puppets in Stranger Things. Oh, I can't believe they're in Fortnite and Roblox and whatever. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Who cares? And you're still gonna buy the new album, and you're still gonna listen to it, and you're still gonna love it or bitch about it. So, they kind of they won the game of life, really. They won the game of life. Good for them, honestly. True, Taylor Swift has proved that people are going to buy slop regardless of its quality. I mean, yeah, you want to talk about a millionaire who can do whatever she wants but consistently does the same boring shit over and over again? It's Taylor fucking Swift. Like, holy fucking shit. Blake Gunnels, we went from talking about politics to talking about music. I mean, we can still talk politics if you like. I don't know. I mean, on that note, I'm very happy we were able to have this conversation today and do this fucking video. And I'm happy there's so many fucking people in the chat, like, all day, like, hundreds of fucking people. Like, that's awesome. I love that. I'm so happy you're all here. I'm so happy that we were, you know what, even if you tuned in to bitch and moan and troll, like, I'm happy you're here. Because, first off, money in my pocket. And second, because, you know, it's fun. It's just fun. It just is. Yusuke, there are people who unironically think music charts and box office numbers equals quality. Yeah. Now look, at a certain point, if everyone is paying attention to something, then clearly there's enough people who do love it that it, you know, there's a bit of a correlation there. But yeah, like, Avatar is the best-selling movie of all time. I think it's a stupid fucking overproduced piece of CG slop that's like, you know, like Pocahontas meets Dances with Wolves meets the fucking Smurfs. Like, there's nothing to it. Melty, I think you should check out Bleed From Within or The Curse Within, such banger metal bands. I was never a huge fan of Bleed From Within. Never really dug their stuff. It's fine, it's just not my thing, I guess. Jabberwocky the Moolah, absolutely. Lawrence Fine, we love your drinking games, gotta do one more of those. No, we've done like 4 in the past like 2 months. We're good, we've done so many. We've done so fucking many. Henry Slant, politics is dumb, metal is cool. Yes, I know the irony of my statement, knowing the lyrical history of metal, but I stand by my statement. Yeah. I mean, politics are dumb, especially nowadays. Politics are so fucking dumb. That's part of the reason this stream exists right now, like, pointing out just how fucking politics have gotten so dumb that apparently I'm supposed to provide a safe space for fucking Nazis and white supremacists. I'm supposed to try to find a middle ground with people who, by their own admission, want to throw me in a fucking gulag. It's so fucking stupid. So fucking goddamn stupid. Super Striker 96, Geddy Lee was at Game 6. He's a longtime Jays fan and season ticket holder. Yeah, he's always seen at the Jays games, if I'm not mistaken. Color Theory Club, Hemi, everything is political. It is not dumb. I mean, you're both right. Everything is political, and also politics are kind of dumb sometimes. Like, they're really fucking dumb and really fucking stupid, especially nowadays. Kenny Stan, been getting into Neurosis, Necrophagist, Darkphone, Necrophagist, and Chase Atlantic. So, are there any Necrophagist or Neurosis here in your chat, Melty? I assume there are. I don't know. A Punk Dragon, this is for everyone present. What's your album of the year so far? I'm not sure at the moment. Lonely People with Power from Death Oven comes to mind. Gold Star Imperial Triumphant. I'm loving Edge of the Abyss from Calva Luis as well. Outside of metal, the new Clips album was great. The new Clip-ing album was great. Backwash. Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist dropped a great collab album. Been a really good year. A lot of great stuff in general. Nile anyone? They kick plenty of ass. Absolutely they fucking do. Big Walter, 3274, have any thoughts on Morbid Saint? I think they're really good, but Pat's vocals got worse after Spectrum of Death. I like Morbid Saint. That album they did last year kicked way more fucking ass than I fucking expected. Like, they knocked it out of the park. Like, if you're an 80s thrash metal band coming out of fucking retirement to do a new album, take fucking notes from Morbid Saint. Or Coroner. The new Coroner was great for the same fucking reason. Rhyme signatures, Death Heaven or an Abstract Illusion for me. The Abstract Illusion album was great as well. The way that they're able to blend so many different melodies and textures and different dynamics and strings and theatrics, I think is really fucking cool. Like, it's like a little bit of Opeth, a little bit of Enslaved, a little bit of like Will to Run, all kinds of shit. It's so fucking cool. James G. Philosopher, things become less controversial when they're spoken of and minds are changed when we listen to. Thanks for this. You're very welcome, bud. You're very welcome. Color Theory Club, sometimes I guess it's dumb, yes, but I'd worry the phrase is a brush off and makes people not want to engage when we need to engage lest we get a fascist takeover. My existence is political, period. You're right. Oh yes, you're 100% right. I'm not trying to downplay anything that you're saying. I agree. But simultaneous to that, there's a lot about modern politics that just is objectively fucking dumb. Like, the fact that we're even in this fucking space where, like, saying fuck Nazis is controversial is so fucking dumb. Like, ugh. Michael Venetian, I need to listen to more metal albums. In general, frankly, sob. In general, I think you mean. Okay, cool. Your Windows ill. Would someone who prefers 80s style metal take to Nile? Not really. It kind of depends on what you mean by 80s style metal. Like, if we're talking, like, you know, Def Leppard, Judas Priest, big shiny guitars and big fucking choruses and, like, yeah! Like, no, you're probably not gonna like Nile. Like, I don't know. Number 24, Meltdown. Do you like Slam? I don't like Slam. A lot of it is very boring. A lot of it sounds the same. It just does not interest me at all. There are Slam elements that I think can be compelling and interesting when used elsewhere, but the genre as a whole, I don't care for. Troller80, the fact this livestream exists, it's so dumb. Nazis being shit shouldn't be controversial. And yet it is. Unfortunately, in 2025, it is. Valerie the Bat, the new Sanguisugabog is my album of the year. A solid fucking choice, man. That album goes crazy fucking hard. It's Sanguisugabog's best album to date, inarguably, in my opinion. Like, the quality of the fucking music, the production, the surprising amount of complexities and nuances to the music. Like, holy fucking shit. It's like a brutal death metal album that kicks a sincere amount of ass and has as much brains as it does fucking muscle. Like, it's so fucking good. I really love that fucking album. That's one of the best death metal albums of the year in general. That new Geese album was great too, though again, not metal. I actually haven't listened to the new Geese album, but I was a really big fan of their previous album, 3D Country. I loved its weird mix of, like, kind of like heartland country rock and, like, indie rock. I loved its, like, classic rock vintage kind of vibe and all of its, like, weird, extreme, erratic moments. I love that album. It has so much character. It's got such a unique vibe and feel. I love it a lot. Blake Gunnels, the new Sanguisugabog album has the Kurt Ballou touch. Yeah, I mean, Kurt's one of the best metal producers in the fucking game. Like, everything he does is gold. He has this beautiful knack for, like, making everything sound and feel as big and organic as possible. Like, he's the best of the best. Album of the year for me goes down between Ritual Mass or Drawn and Quartered. Solid choices as well. I've heard people say Swans are incredibly heavy, but low-key, I don't get it. Swans is very heavy. I'm not personally as... I don't love Swans, but I love a lot about Swans. I love a lot about what they do. And they're very heavy. More tonally heavy. Like, I think as metalheads, we get used to the idea of, like, a riff, like, sonically being heavy, and we forget that, like, music can be tonally heavy. Because there's a lot of blues music that is very heavy. Like, the tone of it, the emotion behind it, you know what I mean? Swans is heavy in a very industrial, sinking, in a dystopian tech hellscape type way, not in a metal or hardcore that way type way. Yeah, it's a different kind of heavy. Did you see Blood Incantation on their tour, Incredible Live? No, I didn't. I did, however, see Spectral Voice, which is basically the other band of the Blood Incantation guys have. I saw them last year on tour with Dendi Faxef, and that was an amazing fucking show. It was unbelievable. Changeling Self-Titled came back into my rotation recently, and Jesus, I almost forgot how good that was. There's a lot to admire about the Changeling record. I feel like it's sometimes a little flashy for its own good, but the musicianship is inarguably fucking incredible. Like, and there's a lot of fucking passion behind what, in theory, would be dismissed as mindless shredding in any other kind of, like, modern tech death band. I think in general I'm kind of over a lot of modern tech death because so much of it is so very flashy and so much style over substance. But that's just me. Necrodamus, like progressive punk. What do you think of that? Do you mean like progressive politically or progressive musically? Because my answer to both is I'm fine with it. I like it. It sounds like something in theory. Progressive punk musically in theory is a bit, counterproductive, because punk, the whole idea is it's very stripped down, it's very basic, it's very like humble, and anyone can play it. It's anti-authoritarian music, it's anti-fascist music, it's anti big society music, I guess, in a way. So the idea of it being, the idea that it can be such an accessible genre while for anyone to just be like loud and noisy while being progressive feels wrong. But then there are bands that do a good job at kind of putting a lot of different ideas into the sound. Like I think Protest the Hero is a good example. Like they have a punk kind of spirit a lot of the time. But I mean, a lot of the music they play is a lot of technical, progressive nuance and complexities to it. Blake Gunnels, Geese, Shadow of Intent, Nick Shoulders, Rivers of Nile, Will Carlisle, Tala, Fleshwater, and more. Some of my favorite albums of the year. A lot of great albums there. That Tala album was fantastic. Fantastic. Musically, yeah, my friend described Voivod's Nothing Face as that, which was whoa. I can see that. Like, that makes sense to me. I think, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Because, I mean, Voivod, especially in their very early years, had more of like a punk metal kind of vibe. Then they go more sci-fi thrash, and then they become like a full-blown kind of prog alt-metal kind of band going into the 90s. A lot of very underrated material, honestly, from like the 90s Voivod era. Like, I honestly think it's pretty solid. Early 2000s Voivod, like the Jason Newsted era of the band, is where things get rough. And it's not even Jason Newsted's fault. It's just not good material. They were just not on their A game that time, plain and simple. How you doing, Anna? All right, y'all. We're gonna hang out for another couple minutes, and then I think after that we're gonna call it quits. I've been streaming for a few hours. It's been a blast hanging out with y'all. But I would like to enjoy some time with the missus tonight. So, yeah, get in your final comments, your final questions, and we'll clock out in like 5:10 or so. All right. Thoughts on Damage Plan, by the way. That was the band that they had, that Dimebag and Vinny had after Pantera, yeah? If that's the band I'm thinking of, I was never a fan of them. It's like a precursor to like Five Finger Death Punch type shit. Prog and punk tend to have similar anti-fascist skeptical themes, in my opinion, but both just sound so different. Yeah, in many ways, they do share a lot of aesthetic similarities. That's very fair to say. What? Dexy Betrayal, are you planning on playing Paul Blart Mall Cop and the Secret of Little St. James when it comes out? What the fuck are you talking about? What is that? What the fuck does that even mean? What is that string of words? The number 24, what do you think of mathcore? I love me some mathcore. I love like classic fucking Dillinger Escape Plan, Converge, early Botch, early Cave In. I think it's fucking awesome. And then shit like fucking the Callous Dowboys, Frontierer, Pupil Slicer had a great album pretty recently too. They're awesome. Mathcore's awesome. I was asking earlier what your favorite movie of the year was, but got overwhelmed by other questions. Favorite movie of the year? I, to be honest, have not seen a lot of new movies in 2025, so I can't really give you, like, a super clever fucking answer. Like, I can't be like, oh, there's this really... Unironically, my favorite movie is probably Superman. I loved Superman. I loved it so fucking much. It was awesome. Lots of movies I want to see. I want to see Weapons. I want to see One Battle After Another. I want to see Smashing Machine. That actually looks pretty good. That, like, Channing Tatum comedy Roofman looks pretty cool, too. I know what Anna's favorite movie of the year is. It's K-Pop Demon Hunters. She's been watching the shit out of that. Ain't that right, Anna? Oh, she's all pooped out over there. That's okay, no worries. I like it, too, honestly. Like, it's a very cute, nice movie. It feels like the kind of thing Disney used to do. Like, it's very... There's a lot of unique charm to that movie. And the music, unironically, fucking slaps. It goes kind of hard. There was a comment earlier I want to address... John Boy Tones again. I just got caught up on the stream. Thanks for not ripping me too hard. Feels silly to answer your question from about 40 minutes ago now, but lol, have a great one, brother. I mean, Yeah, I don't want to rip anyone. I've said it before. I'll say it again. My issue is not with conservatives and right-leaning people necessarily. My issue is with bigots and assholes. Like, I don't expect everybody to agree with me. You and I have vehemently disagreed many a time in the comment sections and actively fought. Like, I got nothing against you, brother. You know, that's just how it is. I have the things that I believe in, and I will continue to always fight for them. Golden is a bop of a song, like goddamn. Yeah, it's a great fucking song. Like that whole thing is that whole story of that fucking movie is crazy too, because Sony genuinely had no fucking faith in that fucking thing, and that's why they sold it to Netflix. And now it's like the biggest thing of the fucking year. Blackwater Rust, Sinners is probably my favorite. Yes, Sinners. Yeah, Sinners. Sinners and Superman. All the fucking way. All the fucking way, Doug. All the fucking way. I do love, unironically, that there are some conservative, right-leaning people who are coming in here. Because I did read some comments beforehand where it's like, ugh, Uncle Melty calls everyone a fucking Nazi. And then as we're reading through these comments, a lot of these same people were like, oh, no, there are legit Nazis in the chat. Whoa! Yeah, like, like I said, I don't have really an issue in theory with people who are more conservative right-leaning. I have an issue with bigots and assholes, and if you happen to be one of those people, fuck you. No bigots and assholes allowed here. Period. Color Theory Club, I took myself to see Sinners alone on Mother's Day as a gift to myself. That sounds like a pretty good fucking gift. Hell yeah. Wolflust97, even the most moderate conservative Republicans still tend to side with fascism more often than not. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's, to be fair, that's true even of Democrats to a certain extent. I mean, like, so many, like, I mean, how many fucking Democrats are fucking fine giving money to fucking Israel to fucking just murder children every fucking day of the week? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, and you know, I think it's that's politicians for you, and I think there are definitely more people on the right that want more of that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I don't even really know where I'm going with this. I've had quite a bit of white rum, but yeah, my point is, at the end of the day, my beef is with bigots and assholes. If you're a bigot and an asshole, we got beef. End of fucking story. And it's been really funny to see people, like, we actively call out fucking Nazis and fascists and white supremacists here in the chat, and people are like, well, you need to, and then some people still chime in and go, well, you need to try to find some common ground with these people. No, I don't. No, I don't. When you start asking the same of them, then we can talk. When these people stop fucking doing shit or advocating for my annihilation, then we can talk. I did watch K-Pop Demon Hunters, though. My sis showed it to me. It's pretty darn good. Yeah, it's honestly fucking fantastic. The number 24, what's the strongest drink you ever consumed? The strongest drink I ever consumed was homemade gin. It fucked my shit up. For my wedding, my sister got me a bottle of this. It's this bottle that came with all these, like, herbs and shit. And the idea is that you pour vodka in, you ferment it, and over time it becomes gin. And that shit got me so fucked up. It got me so fucked up. Oh my god, I was out for 2 days. It's the drunkest I've ever been. It's the sickest I've ever been while drinking. We drank some of that homemade gin on the Metal Meltdown for the Angry Pantera Fanboy drinking game. And I was so fucked out of my mind. It was, oh man. It was really fucking bad. It was so bad. We're never doing that again. Never, never, never. One battle after another, Black Bag, Caught Stealing, Superman, Euphis, and Mission Impossible are my favorites of the year so far. I forgot there even was a Mission Impossible movie this year. I remember seeing the trailer and seeing, like, some more fucking insane fucking stunts. Rick Horstman, sounds like it's worse than Moonshine. I mean, I don't know. I like Moonshine, but I've never been able to drink a lot of it, because it's not something you see a lot of kind of up north. Scott Weiland was the same age when he died. As a big Stone Temple Pilots fan, I can't watch Scott's final shows. He would have been on the he shouldn't have been on the road. I mean, he was his final show was actually here in Toronto. I almost went to that fucking show. And that's also why I advocate so much for, like, let your favorite musician retire. Let them retire. Let them enjoy what are statistically their final years with their children, with their friends, with their family. I don't, like, you know, Ozzy Osbourne spent his entire life touring, making music, and he never got to enjoy retirement. And I think that's horrible because, you know, his daughter Kelly's going to get married and he won't be there for that. His grandchildren will grow up without their grandfather. He never got to enjoy retirement. I think that's really sad. But a lot of people are still like, I need Ozzy to come back. I needed more Ozzy. I needed one more album. I needed one more show. It's rough. Vince Neil should have retired forever ago. Oh my fucking god. Motley Crue should have never gotten back together. Such a horrible fucking idea that they got back together. Unfucking believable. Fucking unbelievable, dog. Paradox Rift. Oh wow, we're still going. We are, but we're pretty much near the end. Like, y'all literally got like a few minutes and we're calling it quits. Literally a few minutes. Get your final comments and questions in right now. And I want to say real quick, too, thank you to everyone again for being here. If you donated, thank you. If you argued and yelled at me, thank you for being here. If your name is Bobby Bobinson, and if you're using clips for your shitty fucking YouTube channel because you are incapable of making anything new and creative yourself, thank you as well. I hope I continue to live in your mind rent-free. Just have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. Thank you for having this conversation with me. Thank you for laughing at some fucking morons and white supremacists and weirdos with me. Dexy Betrayal. Sometimes retirement kills. My dad had a coworker once, had no kids, wasn't married, didn't take a vacation, ate the same thing for lunch every day, retired at 65, and died less than a month later. I mean, I don't know how to say this. I don't know. Doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like retirement killed him. It sounds like he was a very lonely person with nothing to fucking do, and that's what killed him. Like, straight up. My parents are retired, and it's the best. My dad especially loves retirement. He thinks it's awesome. I think my mom is still struggling with it, because she's a little bored, but she likes that she can do all kinds of stuff. You know, she has the freedom and the ability to do all kinds of stuff that she didn't have before. I don't believe in this whole... I don't believe that retirement kills. I just don't believe that. Lamppost donating $20. Holy shit, thank you, bud. That's awful kind of you. Gritty, you know what? That requires one last drink. Let's close out on a drink. Why not? Why not? Why not? What do you think of the Rush comeback? Maybe the question was asked before, but I just got here. I think it kind of sucks. I think Rush ended on a really strong note, and there's no need for them to kind of come back. That being said, I don't expect it to be a giant shit show in the same way that Motley Crue is, so at least I can take solace in that. That's something, I guess. Are there any records are there any records that came out this year that you feel got too much negative criticism? I don't know. I don't know. I do sometimes get a little frustrated hearing the whole, like, poser hipster metal arguments levied against Death Heaven, but I mean, that's pretty normal shit at this course, at this point. I can't really think of anything that, like... I don't know, I can't really think of anything. Off the top of my head, at least. There are definitely albums in general that I think got way too much negative attention, and were maybe people were a little too harsh. Like, I have long argued and will continue to argue that Lulu is one of those albums, as we said before. CBP, could you ever do a video on the Norwegian death metal band Blood Red Throne? They're heavily underrated and deserve more love. I'm pretty sure we talked about some of their albums in an Albums I Missed video. Something like that. I'm pretty sure. I think so. Necrodamus5481, gotta share the drink with the viewers one of these days. I mean, hey, I'm game. We did like I DJ'd a couple times at a place here in Toronto called Burrell. It was pretty fun. I did get to meet a few in real life Metal Meltdown fans and such. That was pretty cool. Yeah. All right, we're donezo, y'all. Cheers. Have a great fucking day. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having this conversation. Fuck fascists. Do not compromise with Nazis, white supremacists, and bigots. Don't. Just don't. It ain't worth your fucking time. It's not even worth theirs. They sure as shit don't think it's worth their fucking time, so why should you think it's worth your fucking time? Cheers. Have a great day. Yeah. Bye-bye. Oh, oh boy. Say goodbye, Chompy. Say goodbye, Chompy and Spud. Say bye-bye. He waves his little hand. He goes, bye-bye. His little arm. He goes, bye-bye. Oh, he fell! Animal abuse! He's fine. He's a gator. He's pretty strong. He's pretty built different. Cheers. Voila.